love this one.
Bridgerton, Leandria. Bridgerton. This is the full look.
So gorgeous. I love it. So dang pretty.
This is the first time she actually looks her height. Cause she be looking tall. She actually looks short here.
Really? She looks tall to me.
I have y'all to where I can see the road and y'all. Like y'all are in my peripheral.
Alright. Should we not be showing you? Cause like you lying and looking too? You kind of wild, right?
That is a beautiful floral dress.
Is it because you can see her feet? Sade, is that why she looks tall?
No, she doesn't look tall because the dress is 70. It's 3/4. It's a 3/4 dress. It's Kathleen. That shortens people.
That's
just
just
how.
she looked short to me was that Golden Globe event, like the pre-event.
Oh, see, she didn't look short to me there. She looks more short to me here.
Really? Yeah, she looks tall to me. In that green dress, she looks tall.
She looked tall. She looked long in that green dress.
No, she's talking about the Nigerian designer. The Nigerian
Mother Earth?
Yeah.
People saying that Elandria is height fishing people.
Because her legs are long. I feel like I'm the same way because I'm kind of short, but in pictures I look long.
You do look tall.
I'm 5'4".
No way. I was like, you're 5'7"-ish.
I'm actually, guys, I don't even hit 5'4" exactly. I'm like 5'3" and 75%.
No way.
No, I'm not. I'm taller than her. I'm taller than Ola.
She is technically.
That is crazy.
I'm 3/4 of an inch taller than her. So
and she gonna count it.
I'm gonna count it. But
I
just write 5'4".
He's 6'2.5".
Y'all, I will say this, okay? I am not staring down. I am actually looking at the road. Please, not too much. I am not that unhinged creator that ran someone over while being on live. Please.
Oh, I didn't even know that. All right.
Me either.
Yeah, right. All right, make me small again.
Okay.
Hey, this dress makes me feel like she looks short. Yeah, this one. This is the only time I feel like she looks short.
It's because that bodice probably cut her off a little bit.
Yeah, her like neck, chest area.
Short, tall, giant, midget. She looks beautiful.
Good.
She has those proportions, like her arms.
She sure does. Her proportions are correct.
Yeah, her proportions are elite. It looks like she got a built-in bra under her skin.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody look like her. It's crazy.
And gravity does not affect her. Like, ain't nothing moving.
Well, y'all, she is 27 with no babies. Okay, so.
Yeah. Look at Mama Felicia.
She looks like art, you guys.
Her skin looks tight. She giving it's gonna be rubber band.
She looks like art.
Look at Mama Felicia with 3 kids.
Miss Felicia is beautiful. Felicia is good looking.
Apples and trees.
Mary, this is my favorite makeup. This right here. And the hair and everything. I don't know if this is chocolate or burgundy hair.
That's chocolate.
It looks so good. She looks good with that hair. I'm tired of the black. I need this more often.
I'm not tired of shit, but the brown is her signature color. It brings out her skin complexion.
Looks so good.
My favorite makeup is the one for Happiness Live and the hair.
Oh, I cannot wait till Esther gets her face
My
back
favorite makeup is that green look with Nick that we was just looking at.
Yeah, that's Esther again.
Yeah.
I cannot wait till Esther touches her in Paris. Like, that face card is going to be even more lethal than it already is.
Thank you, Stookie. Yes, I'm excited, y'all. And we finna have a time.
I'm ready.
Ola has abs and she doesn't even work out.
Right?
It's possible. I got abs too, y'all. All I do is smoke weed. It's possible.
Would you ever go on and be a new Bombshell or a Casa girl?
Never. Never would have made it. Hell no, never.
Never. Those producers are awesome.
I only watch to defend you, Shelly. Otherwise, never.
No, I would never. I smoke too much weed. I can't stop smoking for 6 weeks. I would be irritable. I would be a bitch. I would have the shits. I would be pooping all day. It wouldn't be cute.
Daddy, you can't say the herb. You gotta say you was gardening, friend. You can't say the herb.
Yeah.
You be wondering why you be getting snatched?
Nah, I be getting snatched because I got haters.
Exactly, but you can't let TikTok catch you saying the herb name, Bookie. Promise me, I would know.
420 gardening.
Promise me, I would know. I be getting flagged by talking about getting gardened and blazed too, so don't worry. And no, my hand isn't on the phone. Please leave me alone.
I want another outfit like this.
Me too. She looks too good.
I
hope that she wears something like this to Greek Fest. Is that
or something short?
Post her streetwear enough.
What'd you say?
To wear something like this to Greek Fest, is that overdoing it?
No, she wore a track for a Greek Fest.
The last one, she got.
Yeah, she good. Honestly, I want to see her experiment with some fashions, like, cause she also has good style too. Like her style is eat, but she like the way she put her looks together on the villa, and her look in that viral video when she was in college, Tuskegee. Like she know how to dress herself. Like, I want to see her put that shit on too. Like give us a little Rihanna boo boo, like a little bit of you, a little bit of Risemans. You know?
Did say she needs to go shopping, and she did lose weight, so I'm pretty sure
she's way skinnier than her picture when she first started.
So apparently she lost like close to like 20 pounds on that.
Her and Nick looks skinny as fuck.
Crazy. They were stressing them out. What is going on over there?
I don't think they eat the same type of food, because you know in the United States they put all that shit in our food that make us fat. So they was eating that Fiji food.
The other islanders don't look that skinny though.
No, because they're not famous. They're not working.
They did.
They went home. They went home and started eating.
Oh, they all lost weight, but then they came back in, and then some of them got more fillers and stuff like that. But
yes, because people were saying Amaya got fillers, and now I'm starting to think she didn't get fillers, and
there's
she just
no
gained
way.
weight.
Yeah, she just gained happy weight.
Amaya said she gets work done. Amaya said, I think Amaya.
I don't think it's happy weight, because she said she's been in the hospital and shit.
Yeah, she got
That's sick.
she got diagnosed with a chronic
Maybe she's
disease.
on steroids or something. You never know.
Yeah.
I'm not diagnosing a girl. I don't know.
Amaya said it. Not Amaya. Honda said, "Oh yeah, I have." She said something about I can't move my face at the reunion because she had got Botox, and Amaya said, "Oh, where did you go?" Amaya got fillers.
Yeah, Amaya said before that she gets fillers. Amaya said that.
I don't think I'm necessarily hip to when somebody gets fillers or not. I don't think I notice it enough, because black people are naturally like.
And I know for sure TJ Vance got some fillers. Shit.
I don't like looking at TJ and
Stella, this lady is all real. She is not a plastic Barbie doll. Her name is LRGA, and she's the technical winner of Love Island Season 7 that just aired 7 months ago. And since that time, these are her recent looks at the Golden Globe. Somebody in YouTube comments was like, who is this? What are we looking at? They look like Barbie dolls, plastic. And I'm telling this, I'm like having to let them know. This is a real lady, She's a real human.
It's not AI, honey.
Yeah, it's not AI. That is so funny.
Black people do get fillers, but not as much as white people. Trust me. They do.
I mean, I would say black people don't get fillers, but we have a lot of black celebrities that do.
Exactly, because for me, even white people I know, regular white people know they do get fillers.
Exactly, but hear me out, right? I love a good Kim K. I loved Kim K before she even got him. She was beautiful before she got him. Now
she look weird now.
I was trying not to say it.
She looks like Chris. She looks like her mom now.
I was trying not to say it. Because if y'all remember back when,
I'ma say it.
Back when Aaliyah was alive, bless her soul, and she was on that song with Biggie. I don't think it was Biggie, but it was.
I was about to say Biggie and Aaliyah never made a song together.
No, I was about to say it was somewhere. I Got a Crush on You, and she was in that music video with Lil Kim. And
That's Lil Kim's song and Junior Mafia.
Was it Junior Mafia?
Yeah, it is. I know you see me on the video. True.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She was very cute during that era. And hear me out. I feel like she got peer pressured into it since it was the beauty standard of the time.
But you saying Aaliyah got fillers?
No, I say Lil Kim.
Oh, Kim is affected by colorism.
Yes. Now, Lil Kim is.
That's what she going through. So she got a lot of shit.
I know that. I know that. I was saying
not just color. It's not just colorism, Sade. She also has body dysmorphia
and featureism.
Yeah.
She got all the isms.
Yeah, because I don't see how she never knew she was so beautiful.
So pretty. She was really pretty. Like, if y'all look at the headshots of her on the little album cover or the song
you know what's crazy? Because I'm a little judgmental with people's beauties. You know, I know it's not right, but whatever. We all got our preference of what we find beautiful or not. I didn't really like her chin, and that's the only thing she kept. Like, her chin was mad pointy, and that's the only thing she kept on her face. I don't know. That's like Vanna. Vanna, literally, the girl from Love Island, not too much on her. But, like, you got all that surgery, you kept that chin? I'm just saying, why would you choose to keep that chin?
They do get the chin implants, too.
No, that's their natural chin, y'all. They should have got it shaved down if they wanted to get surgery. I'm just saying. That's my opinion, though. But shout out Lil Kim, shout out Vanna.
Vanna said she got an allergic reaction.
I know she did. She did. I believe her.
She got an allergic reaction to the fillers.
She looked like she got an allergic reaction. I believe her.
Question, dark skin. I made it home.
Yay.
You know how people
Wait,
keep
90.
trying to...
I had to.
People keep trying to hate on Ola, how she's a catfish. Like
every
Iris
black woman.
On the red carpet doesn't look like her.
No, she shut up. Alright, I'm gonna say something. Y'all gonna hate me. I hope y'all don't get mad, but I think Iris looks like a 46-year-old rich white woman that did too much to her face.
That was like too rich in there.
Who was gonna get mad at you?
I honestly, when Iris says that she was 24, 25, or whatever, 20, I don't believe it. I cannot.
When you say rich, I want it. I would say Iris looks like, and I wouldn't say 46. I would have said Iris looks like, y'all know who Jennifer Coolidge is?
Yes, that's what she looks like. That's what she looks like.
Very much like Jennifer Coolidge.
Guys, I enjoy Iris' face. I don't like Iris, but I like her face. For a white girl, she alright.
Oh, that's
She
interesting.
gives me older. Good in the villa.
I like her face. I think her face alright.
I think she looked better in the villa. Now it's tight and.
Oh, I haven't seen her since the villa, y'all. I don't know what she look like now.
I don't think she's ugly, Sade. I just think she looks older. Like like in her 30s.
Oh, I think she's beautiful. Y'all, I'm in my 30s. Not too much on 30 bitches.
I would have said Iris, because y'all giving her so much grace. I would have said looking 65.
Stop.
I think you're dragging it. She don't look 65.
No,
65.
Give it 65.
I think
I don't think she's ugly at all. I don't think anybody on the villa was ugly.
She's not. She's pretty.
She's not ugly, don't
They
get me
can't
wrong.
be ugly because that's not how
It's
Love
not
Island works.
ugly.
They all gotta be.
Nah, they did have an ugly one on games, though.
Yeah, they showed it.
Nicola?
Oh my God. She's
No, the girl from
France. She's from France. No, Maldives. Malta or something like that. Yeah.
The one from France wasn't good looking either.
I don't remember nobody else's face.
Hear me out.
Beautiful Justine.
She's the one who had.
Justine was cute. Garby was cute. Don't get
Garby
me
is
wrong.
fire, actually. She
Garby
has a
was-
good face.
But hear me out. Garby.
But her body not teeny, that's why.
Her on Love Island game, she was every girl's mascara queen. She
She
was
just has a hip dip. She's just straight. That's all.
Nah, she not straight. She triangle. Her shoulders is broad.
She's not even a rectangle. I'm not even going.
Garby's face is top tier though. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Her face is a 10 out of 10. Her face is a 10 out of 10. But the body, it gives white girl. It gives white gymnast. No, actually, not even white girl. It gives Gabby Douglas.
Yes.
Yeah, it gives gymnast.
I agree.
Like a wide shoulder. Back. You know? What?
No, I would say Garby's cute, amazing, pretty, petite, love her nail. Iris looks like Jennifer Coolidge.
I also enjoy Jennifer Coolidge's face though, so maybe.
Yeah, every time I see Iris, I think I want a hot dog real bad.
That's what
I like Jennifer Coolidge. I'm not gonna lie. Stifler's mom. That's my girl.
Yeah, I love Jennifer Coolidge.
What she was doing in the Minecraft movie. But
She's in White Lotus too. Jennifer's in White Lotus.
No, I'm in the pool.
In the pool?
Yes. I'm in California. It's nice here.
I'm saying don't get your phone wet playing on the phone.
Oh no, I won't.
I can barely hear you, Charlie. You're muffled, Bookie.
No, we can't hear you.
I can't hear you, Charlie.
What'd you say?
It blurred. Did you mean to come up?
Oh yeah, they had requested. Hey Blurb, how are you today? What's your thought?
No, I'm driving. I guess I hit it when I went to go get gas.
Oh, no worries. No worries. Hope you're enjoying the conversation.
A fellow car person. But I just made it home anyways. I made it home like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, same. Oh, so we booked in the door at the same time.
TJ looks like he has an allergic reaction.
Oh, well, I'm in the house. I'm about to run a bubble bath, y'all.
No, they
roll
all
some
look
blunts.
good.
Get my rev run on.
Is not. The only thing is I just don't think that
Sure, I got food.
I don't think Adriana,
Adriana, yeah.
Andrina.
I don't think Adriana is all that in the bag chips.
No, you know, I
Typically, she's all that in a bag of chips.
She's just so boring.
Physically, she is all that. I'm like, if I never heard anything about her and I just looked at her, I would say yes, she is all that in a bag of chips. But I don't like her personality, so I don't
y'all
know
have me defending her. She
Maybe
isn't
that's
all
what it
that
is.
bad.
Nah, she is. She's a baddie, and I'm not gonna let y'all take that away from her. She's
No.
a baddie.
I'm not saying she's a baddie. But Sade, that's not what I'm saying. Sade, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that she isn't a baddie. I'm just saying I hate how people have me defending her because of what happened during the whole. Let me not speak about that situation because it's not here. But that whole situation dealing with Shelly, her, and TNT. But beyond that, I believe she is a good, beautiful person. Her personality, we didn't get to see that much in the villa.
I saw enough.
We tried to.
Yeah, there's not much else to see.
And this is what I want to say about being the baddest. So when it comes to being the baddest, that don't have shit to do with how you look, y'all. Yes, is a part of it, but a good 75% of being the baddest is your confidence and your attitude. Look at Rihanna. Yes, Rihanna got the looks in the body, but she don't really got the looks in the body. But it's like the whole package together.
Exactly.
Makes
The
her
energy.
the baddest.
Right.
Okay. Alandria got the face, she got the body, but bitch, she got the personality and the attitude and the confidence. That's what makes you the baddest. So Adriana, whatever the fuck her name is, she's not the baddest. Her face is a 10 to me and her body's a 10 to me. But I don't like her, and she wouldn't be on my bad bitch radar at all because I think she would get beat up. I don't know.
Honestly, she's very beautiful, but she does have the aesthetic that you see everywhere nowadays. Like,
boring.
you know, like go to Florida, Miami, you see.
Don't come to Florida.
No, I'm saying like Miami. If you go to Miami, you see a bunch of her. Like she's not.
I was about to say.
I mean, just because she's not unique don't mean she's not bad.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
please.
that's why she needs like a personality. Cause
I told y'all, pretty ain't unique. Like, there's a lot of beautiful bitches in the world. It's more than that. It's more than
no,
just,
Sade. I'm saying we don't need We don't need people to come to Florida because we got Yalissa here.
Let's talk about that Agua, Jeremiah and Adriana's Agua campaign. What vibe were they trying to give? Like,
who knows? Even they were confused.
Aqua is all about sexy. They were trying to give sexy.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not supporting nothing that bitch do. I didn't care about Adriana. I barely care about Jeremiah. I don't
it was
like
so awkward to me. Like, what is going on?
Because they don't like each other. And that they trying to relationship this for clout. And we don't care. We don't like her.
It's boring.
Relationship fishing. That's what the fuck it is.
When you let no neck play in your face. And then,
Relationship fishing.
Let me just tell you, for me, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I like the agua drinks, especially the guava paloma flavor. But let me just tell you, since they've been posting those two, their campaign or whatever, the way my fingers swipe
I don't like shit.
The way my fingers swipe fast past those Instagrammer.
Like, I don't like shit.
I don't know what the fuck is going on between the two of them or what the captions for those agua posts or anything say. I just know that I like the agua, but I don't need to see those two. I don't need to see them.
Yeah, I'm supposed to support Agua because Agua is Nicolandria's biggest fans.
I'm swiping past theirs. I'm not tapping right on theirs. I will still buy it because I like it, but I'm not engaging with. Listen, you guys.
They better put Jeremiah by himself.
Not even
Jeremiah. I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
They better go find Nick at one of them Greek fests.
Run him down.
Have him do like a DJ thing. They used to DJ in the 70s. Ain't that they vibe is like 70s kinda. So like they have to do like a house party DJ ad type shit.
Yeah, that's why that party was about them.
Let me tell you, all these guys shooting beyond the villa are jealous of Nick. Nobody can tell me.
All of them are jelly.
You're not wrong. We know that.
Yeah.
They're all trying to become relevant.
Jeremiah
is the one guy that was able to become known, so they're trying to play catch up.
Right on, Keena.
It's not
Thanks.
normal for guys to become known out of their season without a girl attached to them, or even with a girl attached to them. They just haven't been able to do it.
Season 6 did it.
Well, they're all in relationships. The only one people really know is Kendall because he's Kendall's. But look how Aaron and Connor were whining so much.
People know Rob.
Yep, Devonda, we're back.
Rob has 2 seasons.
I like Rob. I did not like him on Love Island, but I like him on Traders, y'all. I am here for Robiana.
And you know where else I liked Rob? Was with Nick at the Celsius
Rob
event.
And Nick give like authentic white boy. I miss white boys being white boys.
Right.
It's like Laguna Beach. Like they remind me of Laguna Beach.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what Rob and Nick remind me of. Laguna Beach and Hills.
I didn't watch that, so I can't say that they remind me of that. But Nick reminds me of the white boys from One Tree Hill.
Yes.
That's what it was. Laguna Beach and Hills.
Of the white boys that would have been on the challenge. I really love the challenge. So I feel like he gives that he could be on the challenge and he could do some shit.
What's the one dude that's done like 45 seasons of the challenge?
Johnny Bananas.
No.
CT? West.
CT, yes, CT.
There's a lot of them that did a lot of seasons.
That CT used to be on like Road
Thanks,
Rules
Devonda.
and then went to the challenge.
Because Rob looked like a young CT, bro. CT used to be fine shit.
Prime MTV reality is
CT
what Nick and Rob
so
was.
fine. It was a
CT
problem. It was a problem.
Rob is so fine.
And
It
he
was
was whooping
disgusting.
ass.
He was so fine.
On it. I was like,
Fuck him up, CT.
It was disgusting how much people used to
said it
be
in that
fawning over CT.
yeah, nah, CT had it. Then one season he just got fat and then he never stopped looking like a dad.
He just looked like he used to drink and he stopped. And he just can't.
He's trying to get his sexy back right
Ain't
now.
that crazy? They be so fine when they on drugs and drinking, and as soon as they get healthy, they start getting fat. That's so crazy.
Because they don't be eating when they be doing that other stuff.
But
And I think they used to do like steroids on the challenge. Don't
Low
guys.
key, you right about that.
too.
Yeah,
What
they
is
used
it
to do right
called?
about that.
What did y'all say his
Thank
name
you
is?
for the gift.
Or what?
CT.
Yes,
He was on the challenge, and first he was on Road Rules.
The challenge, it was called Road Rules versus Real World. Because
Yeah, that's how it
Road
started.
Rules started in like a Winnebago, and they would do like little challenges.
Roll,
And then they had Real World on the same like show. I think it was MTV, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was MTV.
All right. Yeah, so they had them on the same show. Then they started doing competitions against each other. And then I started, my first season that I watched it was season 21, the Cara Maria's first season's Fresh Meat too. That was no, I think that was Free Agents was my first season that I watched. And then I was just hooked from there.
Yeah,
I've been watching
it since A Coral and Beth.
Oh,
yes. Oh my God.
Road. ROAD. Road Rules.
Okay.
So
Oh, yeah.
Road Rules was Real World, but on a Winnebago.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they start, and the thing is, that was prime MTV reality. That's when MTV started doing less videos and more reality shows.
If y'all like reality TV, I suggest start at season 11 and just watch every season from season 11 of the challenge, honestly, and just go from there.
That's why I say if
in True World, or was it True
Real World.
Real World.
Real World.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Do you watch Basketball Wives? Did you watch Basketball Wives? Did you watch Basketball Wives though? Tammy's from there.
Yes, and they used to be like, I'm addicted, I'm a porn star.
Yes.
And it was like the true life.
True Life.
I missed that.
Yo,
what about if you did you guys
it was-
watch If You Really Knew Me?
No, I never seen that one.
You never saw that one?
No, True
True
Life, they had an episode where somebody was doing heroin and they literally followed them and watched them shoot up the whole time.
Yeah,
True Life is how they ended up with 16 and pregnant.
Sit and pregnant.
I also
And
love
then
16
Teen Mom.
True
That's
Life.
So
why
it went from
right now.
it went from True Life to 16 and pregnant to Teen Mom.
But True Life is where they found John Cena. John Cena was on True Life. I Want to Be a
Wrestler?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Mike the Miz is from the challenge as well.
Yes, he
Yes,
is.
he
Actually.
that's what CT used to look like. CT's
Yes.
body used to look like
Jamie
Next used to
That's
be
from
so
the
good,
challenge
too.
Yeah, she used to do Road Rules as well. Yep.
That's what I said.
From the Hangover too.
That's why I said earlier, these people that be on here hating, talking about, oh, why is she here? Why is, bringing it back to Ola, why is she here? Why is she here? They fail to realize you can get places by these reality shows. You don't have to start off in acting school. You don't have to start off here. Like, there's not a way, it's not a path to this.
The good thing about reality TV is, like, the one good thing is that caught in the right edit, in the right light, the right people can fall in love with you, and and that can propel you so far. Just people genuinely supporting who you are. Like, that's how Cardi B, and I'm not like a Cardi B super fan. I enjoy her music. You know, I'm not a Barty gang. Like, I don't ride and die for her. But that's why she got so big, because people fell in love. Also colorism, but people fell in love with her personality, her authenticness. Even though it was ratchet as fuck, it was real. And I think that's why people don't really fuck with Sexy Red like that, because it don't feel authentic to me. It feels like a gimmick.
It feels like a caricature.
Yeah,
Majority of people don't even know that
probably got a lot of people.
a lot of people don't even know that Cardi B came from love and hip hop. Like,
Nah, Cardi B came from Instagram, baby. She got on Love and Hip Hop. She was on Instagram. First of all, she actually was on Vine, and then when Vine shut down, she went to Instagram, and that's how she got on Love and Hip Hop. So she's not even from. She was famous before Love and Hip Hop. She had like 3 million followers before she got on Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop only put her on Love and Hip Hop because she was so popular.
I'm a Jocelyn girl
Super
though.
used to
And
do
that's
the
why she
lives.
only did 2 seasons or 1. I think she only did 2
2
or 1
seasons.
I'm a Jocelyn Hernandez
And her
girl.
sister
Cardi
did
wasn't
1
that
season.
entertaining to me. I'm a Jocelyn girl, so.
Jocelyn
Glenn
is
Hernandez.
entertaining as hell.
Let me tell you something funny. These people don't understand that reality TV, if you could separate yourself from the show you are on, you will go far.
Yeah.
You can only take the show so far. Like how you were talking about, Sade, how you're a One Tree Hill girl.
I never seen that show. I never seen that
Oh,
show.
well, somebody said, Steven,
I just said,
who used to be
Nick
Okay, so Steven, who used to be an actor on One Tree Hill, he started off on Hills, Laguna Beach, and people act like he wasn't on there. Whitney was on.
I know Lauren Conrad.
She's in fashion.
Laguna Beach, and she's like a famous fashion girl now.
Those are the first people in my generation who were able to truly separate themselves. And they did seasons, some of them. Some of them did one season, but some of them did seasons of reality TV and were able to separate themselves and become legitimate in the fields that they wanted to be.
And I agree with you so much as to why I think that's why Nene is not as big as she should be, because she didn't separate herself enough from the Real Housewives when it was time for her to do her stardom. Like, she did Glee, and then when Glee didn't work out, she didn't pivot. She pivoted to another show that got canceled almost immediately, and immediately went back to the Real House.
Also, Sade
gave us nothing,
and
that's why.
Well, she was a Ryan Murphy girl, and he should have just.
But I'm saying that was still attached to the Housewives brand. Like, she didn't separate herself enough. That's why Nene is the number. She should be Kim Kardashian, because she was doing what Kim Kardashian was doing before Kim Kardashian. Like, she was the star of Real Housewives, which was the #1 reality show for like a good 10 years, bro. She could have been like doing it. Like,
she could have.
Yeah, she could have been competing with Whitney Williams and had a talk show or whatever. Like, she didn't get that big because she didn't separate herself enough. So I agree with you, whoever said that, who was talking last.
Wasn't just the separation of the reality show, which I agree with. It's also because of Love Her to Death. It was also because of her attitude too.
No, that's not true. Because think of Mariah Carey, think of Patti LaBelle, think of Aretha Franklin. These are people that have nasty attitudes and I know they got talent. Nene has talent too. So I just feel like if she didn't separate herself enough, she didn't give herself multiple streams of income to be sufficient without the Housewives. The thing is, the money got so big with the Housewives, and I feel like when you're a poor person, this is just my opinion, making shit up, but when you're a poor person and then you come into a lot of money, you still have the mindset of a poor person. So you're taking that money and you just now you spending more. So technically you still living paycheck to paycheck. It's just that your paychecks are millions of dollars. So you going from million to million and you're not really sustaining no money. When that shit stop, then all your emotions stop. Then you stop promoting yourself. Like, you feel like you better than YouTube, you better than this, and then you take 5, 6, 7 years, and then you like, you know what? Actually, the YouTube bitches are making a bag. But it's like you can't be embarrassed, or like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like a little bit of her ego mixed with her feeling like she deserves some shit and not really willing to open the doors herself for it. Like, look at Candy. If somebody tell Candy no, Candy use the money that she has and opens up another avenue for herself. She separates herself. Candy's not attached to the Housewives solely. She's not attached to Escape solely. She's not attached to her fucking
She's attached to Candy.
She's attached to herself. That's what I'm saying. That's why Candy is so big, and she's not even that iconic of a housewife, like, as far as her run on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And do give Nene a pause though, because when Greg got sick, then Greg died, and then her son Bryce, she just had a lot going on. So I hope that this is a comeback for her, and she learned from those mistakes, because she had to learn from the mistakes for Bravo to let her back in. Because you see who they didn't let back in? Bethany.
They gave Bethany like 17 chances though, so they did let her back in time after time after time after time after time after time, bro. They really gave her.
And I felt some type of way when Bethany started connecting with Nene, because I was like, you're gonna sabotage Nene. So I'm happy that Nene was able to get back. Maybe she reached out to Andy. Maybe she answered one of Andy's DMs. I don't know. But she does need to get back on TV to get grounded.
Sue them and come back. Fuck
Yeah,
out of here. That's my
not even that. She sued them.
Yeah, she sued them, called him racist in
They
public,
settled and they paid her.
and she's back. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Right.
You know that Nene was in a bad spot, and they wanted her to keep filming.
And
Greg got sick.
That's why I have a problem when people talk about her nasty attitude, because that's what we love. That's what they love. They ate that nasty attitude.
When it was against them, they didn't like it.
Right.
Acting racist, she was right to. How come they never made Kim go on any of the vacations? They did treat Kim differently.
They did.
She was right.
She was.
They threatened them with their contracts, but let Kim do whatever.
Exactly.
Yes, and then they let Bethany, like how you is Bethany the one that did the skinny margaritas or the skinny?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she got to do whatever she wanted and got to come back like Sade said, over and over and over and over and over. And she also tried to escape from reality TV too. But that's what I was trying to ask is how can people do that? Because it's a lot of them. It's a lot of people that are held within reality. They cannot get out of it.
Let me tell you something about Bethany. She's the reason why housewives have to give, if they create a brand, they're on Housewives or any show, on any Bravo reality show, if you create a brand, you have to give a percentage to Bravo networks.
Say what you want about Bethany.
If you create a brand, because Bethany tricked them and told them she had this before in the works, and they believed her. And she used them for free advertisement the entire time.
Wow.
She did that. I'm not gonna lie, that's a great move. That's some shit that all the women should be doing. Honestly, shout outs to Bethany for that. With all her flaws, that was smart as fuck, and it made her like close to like a double millionaire, 2-digit millionaire. Like
she sold that brand, and that's why Bethany be acting the way how she be acting, because she know what Omarosa told her. You can be mediocre. I have to be exemplary.
Shout out to Omarosa.
I can't. I can't stand Omarosa. I feel a little bit weight because she was engaged to the big man, Michael Clark Duncan. However, when she told Bethany that straight up on her face on the show with her behind her back.
She also ate Wendy Williams' ass up too on Wendy Williams' show. I'm not gonna lie, Omarosa's a sniper. I fuck with her.
The only person that can snipe her is Tiffany New York Pollard.
Right.
Whitney Houston.
I don't think so either.
New York got her.
Yeah, no, New York check a lot of bitches. Did y'all ever see? It was some random show that, you know how New York do a lot of random reality shows. She was on a show with Laura Govan, and Laura was like, I wish it was more like people here. And she checked the fuck out of her. And I was
that when she was with Karamo Brown and all that?
I was Chill Celebrity Edition.
I remember that.
Yeah, the Bethany clause.
That is why, bitch,
cut it down.
Your crown has never come down from 2006 when you was on Flavor of Love, bitch.
Right.
Wait. I got a question for everybody. If y'all had to choose like a Mount Rushmore of reality TV women, who would y'all pick?
Nene.
Pick 4 ladies.
Yeah, 4 ladies.
New York. As much as people don't like her, I'm gonna count these as one person. Freaking Freck. Can I count freaking Freck as one person?
No.
Phaedra and Portia?
No.
Come on now.
No.
Hear me out. If we're talking
I'm gonna have to put Teresa.
Okay.
Judici?
Lisa Vanderpump.
Oh, so you only talking housewives?
No, I'm talking
No, any reality woman. Any reality woman.
Tiffany.
He said New York. Yeah, he did.
Put New York. If I can add one more, then Mary Crosby from Salt Lake City.
Okay, yeah, everybody go. Who's next?
I'm gonna say Nene, Jocelyn, Rolly.
Rolly on Mount Rushmore?
Rolly.
And
Y'all can't vote people about their mouth.
Spice.
I'm basing this off your age, so I'm
Love
gonna
and
give you
Hip
that.
Hop Atlanta.
New York, Nene, Cardi. On YouTube, Marion said, real quick, on YouTube, wait. Oh my God, they can't hear me. On YouTube, Marion says New York, Nene, Cardi, and Olandria.
I'm gonna do. If we're talking about Mount, Alandra's only been here 6 months, so I'm sorry, love her down, but she's not on my mouth. Okay, so I'm gonna do Nene. I'm gonna do New York. I'm gonna do Natalie Nunn. I know what y'all about to say. I don't care. She.
That's fine.
I run LA.
Colorist Natalie Nunn?
Natalie Nunn?
Natalie Nunn that has built an empire. Natalie Nunn. Yes, that Natalie Nunn. And then my last one. Damn, this is hard. I already said Nene, New York, Natalie Nunn, and I'm gonna go with Teresa.
So NNNT.
Okay.
Haley, you next?
Yeah, I'll go. So I got
Must
my
like
girl.
her chin.
I got New York. I got Nene. Then I'm gonna say Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton.
Ooh.
Okay.
Some
Charlie, you
OGs.
next?
Who? Charlie.
I don't think Charlie heard the question.
All right, who didn't go?
You.
Everybody went. Go ahead, Sade.
It was rain.
All right. Oh, Rain, you go.
Rain.
Oh, maybe she's not here.
Oh,
She's
she
not
doesn't
here.
say.
All right, I'll go.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously Nene Leakes, obviously New York. Now 3 and 4 is where it gets tricky for me. So I'm gonna say Kenya, and I'm gonna say, who do I enjoy? I'm gonna say Portia. Kenya and Portia.
Don't make me call Portia.
Don't make me call Portia.
Okay.
I love that you clocked where the vocal stem was from.
Okay, so I
You
got
know what? This is a scheme set up by Todd.
I got
Oh, Drita, I love
Drita. Yes, mob wives.
All right, I switched Portia for Drita. And I love me some Big Ange too.
Big Ange used to be the bomb.
I miss her.
Her
R.I.P.
cancer voice. I knew she had cancer before she had cancer because she just sounded like she had cancer.
Oh my god.
Sorry, that sounds crazy.
Imagine if all of those people you just named were in a show. It's gonna be Bad Girl. Might as well have what Natalie Nunn hosted.
Nah.
Team Twirl is in the chat. Yes, I'm definitely Team Twirl.
My list would have to. My
They
list.
do not hate us. Like, what's wrong with y'all? All right, I got a question.
Drita don't hate black people. I said they're gonna be.
I thought Drita liked black
I have
people.
a question for y'all. No, for real, I do have a question. Cause y'all all black, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do y'all forgive people for being racist in the past? Would y'all? Do y'all?
What type of racism?
Damn, it
What type of
depends.
racism?
They said nigga, and they was mean and hateful towards black people at one point in their life. And now, now they're not. Now they changed. They acknowledge their ways. They say they did it when they was like 10 years ago or some shit. Whatever. Fuck it. Now they're different. Would you forgive them?
Like Mark
do you
Wahlberg?
have no?
Right, Mark Wahlberg.
I don't know shit about him, so I can't say yes or no.
When he was under 18, he was a mess.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay, but
yes.
he so we can give him a little leeway. But if you're an adult, I don't know. It depends.
Do you
how
feel like people can change their ways? Like, do you feel?
Yes,
I do.
Give room for racism against black people, though. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, it don't matter the race, but if you did this stuff when you were under 18, sometimes I give you grace because you're a product of your environment. And sometimes people will say, oh, I got away to college and I saw these other people and I was ignorant to my ways. And I thought what I saw on TV was what everybody was like. That's why sometimes I be giving passes. Because I went to school at UF. Some of those white people, when they saw us at school, they were shocked. They thought what they saw on TV was how black people
Some people saying yes, some people saying no under any circumstances.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna hold y'all hands when
First, tell me yes or no before you answer, before you give your explanation.
I would say I'm indifferent.
No, I need you to pick one. That wasn't an option.
No, I won't.
Okay. All right, now explain.
Here's why, right? Because if I was to excuse, even if they said the N-word like Mark Wahlberg, right? And this man is damn near almost touching his IRS fundings. Ain't no damn way in hell you at your grown age gonna sit up here and say a slur. Now, if you were a kid and you were innocently not knowing the implications, I blame your parents. I do. I blame your parents and I blame where you're going to school. Because you a kid. But after a certain amount of time, and you formulate like, a good thinking, critical thinking skills, and you sit up here, you go about your life interacting with other people of another marginalized community, and you sit up here and you look at them and you feel comfortable enough to be like, yo, what's up, my nigga? And you're not black. I'm gonna look at you and say, like, respectfully, disrespectfully, I'll just be like, oh yeah, what's up, Cracker? What's up, Cracker Barrel? Like, let's go.
You're like, oh, we doing there?
Bro, like, we have to be consistent. Like,
I have a question, and I want everybody to answer too. Do you think there could be progression without forgiveness?
Who without where?
I think there could be.
Progression. I don't think.
Without forgiveness, you mean the person who they offended doesn't forgive them, black people, but they still do better?
No, well, I don't think forgiveness is a requirement of progression.
I understand the person you offended not forgiving you.
No, it's not a requirement.
Change your ways, then I can understand that. But if you offended a whole entire group, like if you got on a microphone and offended a whole group of people, then that might be hard.
Yeah, because this is not individual. This is.
I don't think that the one first one that you said is more important than admitting you're wrong. Like my forgiveness can't even happen without you admitting your part in whatever it was. So, but I don't need to forgive you to progress. But you definitely need to. What's the first step is to admit that you have a problem before we can move on, right?
My thing with forgiveness, though, I feel like forgiveness is for your own self. I don't think forgiveness is for the other person.
Mello said that too.
I feel like, all right, so I'm speaking for myself, and I'm not going to use the race, even though I know we're talking about race. I'm going to use like a lower level, a lower stakes situation. But say my friend hurts me or does something wrong to me, or not even my friend. Say a classmate, a coworker hurts me, does something wrong to me, or whatever. And now my resentment or anger or upsetness, frustration with them, I can't be around them. Every time I'm around them at work or when we have to be in class together, it's a fucking problem for me. So at that point, I have to forgive them so I could be able to move on with the forgiveness wouldn't be for the other person, it would be for myself. Now I'm saying, taking that same logic, using it on the scale of race with black people, right? If us as black people can't move on, in a sense. I know it sounds so roundabout to just say it so covert like that, but yeah, if we're unable to move on, how could there be any progression on our end of it? Because even when we move forward and then things do change, let's give it the benefit of the doubt, let's say people like racist laws change, racist people change, and they genuinely see the errors of their ways. I'm not saying that this is going to happen. I'm a realist. But I'm just saying, in a hypothetical world, right? How would we be successfully able to move on and live in a society with them as well if we still holding on to the resentment and the hurt and the pain that they cause?
Yeah, can I go first?
Yeah, go first, Charlie.
So that would be ideal, wouldn't it? And I mean, I would love that, because if we are moving forward, because all of us here, we didn't experience slavery ourselves, but we still are experiencing everything since then, and the systematic racism, the racism blatantly in our face and all that, right? So it's like, let's say 50 years from now, my kid didn't experience slavery like I didn't, and 25 years, well, let me say he's 3 years old, so let's say maybe 5 years from now, everybody who's racist stop being racist, all the systematic racism is removed, everything, and people just stop being racist, right? So by the time he's an adult, he knows nothing about feeling the racism or being in a system where the racism is there, right? I could see, because this has never been any experience that he's had where the world could continue like that. But that is not happening. We are faced with it daily, whether individually or we see it happen with someone else, right? So I can say right now, we can't forgive because it's not gone anywhere. But ideally, it would be great if that were to happen, us as black people, because that's really what we want to, we just fucking want to move on and be given all the opportunities like everybody else, and not have to think about how we navigate these spaces and all of that. But the fact is, that is not just up to us. Until then, people remove all the fuckery, right? And time passes where the kids and so on that we are, because if it happened right now, tomorrow, or 10 years from now, it's still, we are still going to be alive where we're the people who experience all of the systematic and the blatant in your face and all of that. But maybe our kids in the future, if all of this was to be eliminated and they didn't experience any of that, they could continue with normal and live their lives. But no, we can't forgive. We can't forgive because it's still in our fucking faces. They still with this shit.
I feel you, Charlie, and I agree. And I don't want you guys to misunderstand me. I was just asking a question, but I want to respond to like 2 comments in the chat. One person said it's not on Black people to change the system. I can't find the comment, but basically it's not on Black people to change racism or anything like that. And my only response to that would be, we are the people that are affected by it, right? So if it's not hurting white people to be racist, why would they stop being racist? It's hurting us that they are racist. So we actually do have a responsibility to stop that shit. I feel that's just my personal opinion on it. And I just don't want y'all to misconstrue my original question. It was on a hypothetical world, not in today's world. I know why shit is the way it is right now. You guys don't have to explain generational trauma and pain and the runoff that we got from slavery. I definitely get that. I was just asking a hypothetical question that if it was a thing, could it be possible for us to move on and still hold on to that hurt? That's all.
That's a really deep, layered question, and I appreciate you, bringing it to the table, especially because in this fan base, we know that our girl has received a lot of racism, and we as a fan base are like, what the fuck can we do about it? Like, how can we even mitigate this level of racism so blatantly in 26 after 500 fucking years, bitch? Like, what the fuck is going on in here? So I appreciate, like, you're just asking the straight out question, like, how can we as a race prepare ourselves
I'm sorry,
for...
Did I say only? Did I say...
No, not only.
Only affects Black people? Did y'all hear that?
No, why? Did I say that?
Because y'all acting like my students in the chat that's hearing shit that I'm not saying. Because I never said only Black people.
Did I say only Black people? Did I say only Black people?
Oh, okay. Please listen. Please don't
Yeah,
listen.
no, I'm not talking about only Black people. I'm talking from a Black perspective. So, but the racism that our girl Olandria, that's what I was saying, is feeling, as we've seen it so blatantly on her. And I would love to, like, if this could be, like, if it was possible, as a Black person that did not create the system of white non-supremacy that we live up under, if there was something that we could do to show these people that we're not with it and that it needs to end, the only thing that I've come up with so far, Shade, is that especially for 2026, is I'm not calling anything a microaggression. It's all macro, and in the moment, I'm going to let you know that that was a racist motherfucking thing that you just did. And I don't appreciate being on the receiving end of that shit, because it is 2026. And I don't feel like we should coddle these motherfuckers anymore. And we shouldn't allow them the space to minimize what is an obvious problem for our race. So, like, just me personally, I'm with calling them on the carpet in real time and telling them their racist slip is showing. I don't know if that's a good solution or what, but I just feel like minimizing.
I feel like whatever works for you personally. Me, I don't walk around the world wanting to be offended by niggas. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like I could, as a Black woman in America, I could walk around and I could be offended by any and everything. I really could. But I don't choose to walk around and want to be angry 24/7 because people have a mental illness. Like, that is not, I don't know. I feel y'all, but I don't feel y'all.
Right.
No, but Shadi, I believe you were on the train at that time when I was talking about how I navigate these spaces. I do not walk around like that. And I'm predominantly in spaces where I'm not around a lot of Black people. So I don't walk around like that. I walk around with all the confidence, or I don't care what the fuck you want to think or say. I'm me, I'm Black, and you're gonna get everything, all the confidence from me. I'm gonna feel like I'm the top person in this place, whether I am or not. Like, I'm not gonna make, because you're racist, I'm not gonna have a great experience in whatever space that I'm in, you know? So, and I personally don't, listen, so maybe some of the microaggressions that they're giving off. I don't know about it, probably because I am an immigrant, but I don't give a fuck what you think or what you want to say. I do not. If you know what, and if I'm somewhere and somebody actually call me the N-word with the ER, they will not get a fucking reaction out of me, because you know what? That's what they want too. But that's me personally.
Well, on that vein, my grandma did always used to say, it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to.
Exactly. You want to say that word, I am not that word, so I'm gonna just act like I didn't fucking hear you. I'm not gonna cower down, I'm not gonna cuss you out, like, you will
Jim
not
says,
exist to me.
ignoring disrespect for peace won't get you anywhere. Wow, look at Alandria. That's all I gotta say to that. Look at Alandria. You think she's not clapping back at every fucking hater that got something to say to her? Jim, I disagree wholeheartedly. Actually, you should come up on the panel so I could hear your stance from not the chat. Actually, how about that?
I don't agree with that.
Like, we gotta address, Alandria only addresses serious stuff. You gotta address the serious stuff, but all of this little tiny bullshit, we gotta move on with our lives.
So the thing, she addressed it, and racism. The way she did it too, and then she didn't make it her life every day.
Every time somebody disrespects or say something about her,
she's not gonna do that.
You think she's
she
gonna
didn't
get
make it the rest of her life every day? She's talking about it and so on. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's not gonna be something where every time you see me, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm just kind of getting on my nerves. I'm not gonna lie, cause girl, I feel like you're purposely trying to misunderstand what people are saying up here. One, I just feel like every time somebody says something, it's like you don't have no nuance. So multiple things can be true at once. Okay? So yeah, she has addressed things, but she don't address every time somebody's saying something about her. That's what I'm saying.
She doesn't make it her entire life.
And that you just said that if you ignore disrespect for peace, you won't get anywhere. And I just said, look at Alandria. She's not addressing the millions of fucking haters in the group chats and shit for her peace.
Jem,
she addressed racism.
Are you
that had to do with
not deliberately not understanding what is being said?
Who, me?
She addressed it. We're not saying she didn't address racism. What she isn't doing is making it. She's not coming online addressing it every day, or every time someone says something to her, she's like, "This is racism. This is racism." That is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be okay. This is the only way you continue to live your life, to address racism every day, all day. Okay. Clearly.
Like, whatever. I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like when people purposely try to like misunderstand just to have an argument, and I feel like perhaps you guys could try to, I don't know, whatever.
Is Jim Jim a regular? I mean, like, are you trying to be? I'm not sure what Jim Jim's trying to start. Like, it does feel like they're being willfully ignorant at this point. Oh, but now they say they understand.
It's all right. She can have her opinion. We have our opinions. I wanted her to come up because I don't know. I feel like if multiple people talking to one person, that feels like a gang up. We don't have to agree. But I just feel like through the chat, I can't understand your tone. I don't know how you saying what you're saying, so I'm taking it how I'm taking it, and I'm getting annoyed by what you're saying. So I'd rather you come up and then so I can hear how you saying what you're trying to say. But that's just me.
Yeah, if you want to come up, you can request Jim Jim.
So far, you can come up too, because you got a lot to say too. Both of y'all come up.
But is she trying to say that Alandria does address the racism?
Also, y'all don't get offended by me. This is just how I talk. So, my bad if y'all...
Yeah, but Chevy, this was also sent, the message, what Jim Jim also sent was after I said, if like, I'm in a space and someone were to call me that, they're not going to get I'm not going to go punch them in the face or get a back and forth from it. I'm going to ignore the fuck out of them. And it's not just like for peace. It's like, a lot of times when they do this, they want a reaction out of you, right? They want if you're in a space and somebody calls you that, they want a reaction out of you. The next thing you know, the cops are being called and you're the one some shit happening to, right? I am not giving them that energy. You're not going to get certain things out of me. As a matter of fact, you're going to be pissed off when it looks like it doesn't, to you, it looks like it doesn't faze me at all, right? So that's when Jem wrote, ignoring disrespect or racism for peace is not the answer. That is not
She
what
said
the
it
fuck
won't
I'm
get you
saying.
far.
And then Shade said, Olandra did address the racism, and I'm pointing out that she also she gets racism every single day, and she's not on the internet every single day or every interview talking about that, making that the only thing she's about is what I'm saying.
I'm trying to figure out what happened. It wasn't that long for me to be on a phone call. We were just talking about Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, like,
Well, it was like a misunderstanding. But it's whatever. I'm over the topic. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
I had a question for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are we most looking forward to this year?
thanks for coming, Kina. What were you saying,
Just in
Win?
life in general.
Yeah. Like, what events do y'all got going on planning? Because I know we take a lot of time to talk
I
about
don't got anything going on, Win. You're not gonna know anything about my life.
I will cry and cry. I'm sorry. I'll be that doting little miscreant that'd be like, let's check in on your mental health. How are we feeling today?
I'm sorry.
Well, I personally am working on a Black Family Conference, building generational wealth legacy plan for March, and it's an annual event in our county. And so I just was invited to partake of that. So right now, what I'm negotiating is my position in the gallery of other people that are speakers. So last year when I went, I was kind of on the back, because it was my first time. But now they know me and they've invited me a second time. So now I'm like willing to negotiate and speak up for myself about my position as far as just for the whole seminar thing. And I'm really excited about it. So I love helping Black people build and retain generational wealth, plot out their legacy, $1 million babies, family banks, annuities, rollovers, just different ways for people to maximize their overall everything. So that's what I'm working on. Anybody else?
You already know about me. I'm currently working towards this degree. Afterwards, I'll be taking like a good semester or so off for enough funds to get me into medical school. My long-term goal, I don't know if I talked about this before, but the reason I'm in school really is to be an anesthesiologist, so that way I can, kind of be one of those people to pay attention to Black people, especially dark-skinned Black people, whether it be Black dark-skinned men or women especially, after seeing my mom and her appointments of where they kind of negated her pain or kind of like thought it was, an over exaggeration, because realistically they're operating from a white person's pain scale when it comes to medical care or medical attention to women who are having pain, whether it's post-surgery or even pre-surgery, really. So I was like, okay, well, let me look into it, because seeing my mom being in pain every single time she goes to a hospital concerns me. So the closer I get to understanding that, the closer I get to be making a step, if not like an idea instead of a concept of how to go about amending that for the Black community.
Shout out to you.
That's incredible.
My kid is going to a Holocaust.
I love that one.
Next week. So we was preparing for that. I'm excited. I think they're gonna have a good time.
Oh, that's awesome. For when, you know what?
It's important to learn that you're not the only people that suffer, and life could be like worse.
Oh my gosh, are you at all, Shade, paying attention to these monks that are walking for peace? Because they can.
Oh, I love it.
I love them too. They've been.
What is that?
Oh my God. Look up in your TikTok, the monks walking for peace or the venerable monks. And they've been walking from Texas to Washington, D.C. It's over 80 days. Some of them are barefoot, rain or shine. They're walking and it's for peace. They want to spread the message of peace. But part of what his message is is the suffering. Like, so they're suffering doing this. Like, they have blisters, they broke toes, the dog had to get a surgery, one of them got hit by a car and had to get a leg amputated. Like, a lot of stuff is, yeah, a lot of stuff has been going on, but they're like, suffering is part of what makes us us. And it was just a really beautiful message. But for Wynn, that's really commendable on your intentions on moving forward in the medical community. There is a guy I follow on Instagram who told me that those oxygen readers read us different.
They actually do, and I'm gonna push on it when I say this. As someone who works with the nurses and tend to, patient care, I've seen, and this is on my personal accounts, I've seen them give more attentive care to white people, white men especially. I mean, yeah, there will be white women that gets more attention, but when it came to black men and black women, they were so quick with the restraints. They were so quick to put them to like sleep. I work overnight. I work at a hospital. But when it came to white men and white women who were aggressive or who were very much combative, it was always, I can't really restrain them. I don't want to put that much pressure. They're that old or this, that, and third. But when it came to a veteran who was a old man, like these people be black. These people be like either my skin complexion or darker. Really, they be sitting over here like getting restrained just from the slightest inconvenience, and I'm like, okay, let's not put them in restraints because when y'all leave, they'll be perfectly fine, perfectly normal. Telling me not to let y'all come back in.
Yep, sounds like America.
Yes, if y'all can, y'all should read this book called Medical Apartheid. I got it right here in front of me. Let me tell y'all the author. If y'all read, I know nicolandrians are readers.
Oh yeah, we read.
I can't read.
Charlie.
That's what they said. You guys forgot.
Who said that to you?
Charlie, don't let the
They've been calling me illiterate.
It's by Elizabeth A. Williams. It's called Medical Apartheid.
Yes, medical apartheid. Oh my God.
You know how black people have a deep distrust with doctors is like historical. The lady, she went through the history of where that distrust comes from, and she basically talks about how they like experimented on slave women and all of
With
this
no
stuff
anesthesia, and that's where the fallacy that black women tolerate more
white
pain.
people didn't trust Western doctors. Like when women gave birth and stuff, they used their slaves as their midwives and their doulas. Like they didn't trust Western doctors because all they wanted to do was bleed you out, which is basically cut you open and let your blood.
So
it's crazy.
When it comes to medical racism,
and they talk about medical racism as well in that book. So you might really like that book, Gwen. You should check it out.
I'll give it a check.
It's not boring.
No, I doubt it'll be boring for me because I am the same person that, beyond my pride,
Stamped.
Really,
oh, nice.
This wasn't even my intention. But I read a plethora of books that I wasn't proud of reading because I was actually ancestrally disgusted. The Delectable Negro was a book I read because my teacher had a mass production of those books in her arsenal. I don't know why, but she had it for quote unquote educational purposes.
Was this in grade school or college?
Not college. This was just before college.
Oh my gosh.
This is my senior year of high school. Ooh.
Oh wow.
Well, I guess the Moms of Liberty were off that summer.
No, so,
let's talk about that one.
So when it comes to books I've read, that among How to Unalive a Mockingbird, The White Man's Burden, Uncle Tom's Cabin. There was another one that I've read that was very much despicable, but I can't remember it at the moment. Those books she brought in for enrichment time because I had enrichment before going to lunch, and she was like, "Okay, y'all, let's take a minute reading, these books, especially during Black History Month. That's where we would be reading these books." And I remember this one day vividly because we were sitting up there in this class, and this class has like 5% minorities in there, me included. So like out of 24, 28 people, there's just like a small amount of minorities. And we're all in the back, in the corner, as we're just reading these books. And she just sits up here, pulls out the Delectable Negro, passes it out, and then says, "Don't feel offended, but we're gonna be reading this for a long while until we're over it."
Mm-mm.
And I was like, "No way. Is there a Delectable Caucasian book?" And at the time, I didn't know Caucasians and white people weren't the same. But when I said it, the whole class looked at me and bashed me for it.
Mm-mm. But there's not.
Can I ask a question? Since we're talking about also the medical racism, how many people, black people in here, were most times or all the time when you get your blood work done, they tell you that you're anemic?
Oh yeah, we are naturally more anemic. Yes, that's happened to me.
I'm anemic.
I'm
My
anemic.
mom is, though.
Yeah.
What about people in the comments?
I'm anemic.
I have low iron, though.
That's
Not so
anemia.
bad.
I live with no iron. I live with being anemic from the first time when they did my blood work at 18. Anemic when I was pregnant with my son. Anemic when I had the emergency C-section. They told me that my levels was at 11, and by the time I was done, I lost so much blood. It was at 7, and then when I'm recovering in the hospital room, the doctor came in and told me, "You should not be doing so good because you lost this. You went from 11 to 7 and all that."
Yeah.
And I believe because all the things that they say, from the anemia, that the symptoms are all of these things that I should be experiencing, I don't.
You don't, right? Mm-hmm.
But every time my blood work is done, I'm anemic, my red blood cell is this and that and whatever. But I strongly believe that the parameters that you're using is not black people parameters.
I can see that.
Just like I believe, I'm telling you, when I lived in Jamaica, I didn't have a vitamin D deficiency because the sun. But the further away us black people are from getting constant sunlight is where the vitamin D deficiency starts. Yeah. Right? But they need to look into maybe actually doing study where we agree to regarding parameters that you use for black people in determining anemia.
That would be fantastic, and I like your preference with that we agree to. But okay, I have a theory on that, Charlie. I've long thought that, okay, I'm very into supernatural stuff also. And fairies and fae people of magical descent, are allergic to iron. And I believe that's a part of why they put black people in iron chains, all that shit around our head, the jingle bells, all of that was iron. And they would hold us in iron. And I believe that that's because they believe that it weakened our natural abilities and our supernatural powers, which we all already have. And I feel like our natural iron deficiencies and anemia levels in our society, in our blackness, is related to our fayness, because iron weakens fairies, you guys. Iron weakens your magical powers. So if you're a magical being, then of course your iron levels are going to be able to be lower, but you still survive because that's not your level, like Charlie is saying, like we don't have the same levels. And then plus I found out about blood pressure. Isn't this true that there's a base number for blood pressure up to a certain age, and then after that age you add 10 points of blood pressure higher for like every certain number of years? So like if you get to 30, then your blood pressure was supposed to be like 120 over 70 or 110 over whatever. But then when you get to 35, then it goes up 10 more points. So 120 or 140, the next 10 degrees up is fine. So you can realistically get all the way up to having a blood pressure, the high number of like up to 190 something.
Interrupt you. I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, Shade.
Have a great day.
Thanks for coming through.
Shawty.
Thanks for coming.
I'm over here sketching.
See you later.
Sade, before you go,
look at this, Sade. They want you to see his art.
Oh yes, artist. Come on.
Oh.
I drew something today. Look, it's on my story. I left it at school, so I can't show you right
sketched this
now.
in class. I was over here listening to a lecture, looked down and saw my finger on my pencil.
That's really good. You're very talented, my love. Shout outs to you.
Thank you.
One day let's go live together and have an art off.
No, I haven't read Enoch. I'm gonna write it down right now and check it out.
Don't be scared. It's just fun. I'm not even that talented. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you too. Peace.
Shawty. When I was pregnant, and I mean, so when I was pregnant, when I found, I mean, I'm pretty healthy, other than being forever anemic or whatever. But when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, this kid is gonna be the healthiest kid ever if I have anything to do with it. So I was on it. I would eat shit that I wouldn't eat normally and everything, right? And of course, I'm anemic. Nothing new you're telling me, doctor. But they said, okay, go on this iron thing. That shit tastes so fucking. But I took it, and nothing changed my fucking anemia. Nothing.
Yeah.
But yet still I'm losing however amount of blood, but I'm not like dying, recovering the way that you guys said I should be. So it's like, there's nothing that I can do.
Yeah.
Maybe something needs to be changed about your system, because this is gonna just forever show me as anemic. Although all of these things that you said that should be happening, or even on my regular without being pregnant, the symptoms I'm supposed to be having, I am not having. I'm not. I was an athlete for still am, but not to the levels, the intensity that I was before, like in my teens and my 20s, right? And all the fatigue, I never experienced. So why every time you run my blood, you gotta be telling me this? And this is, it's like maybe I'm just really anemic and it's not.
No. Because you're right. Because most medical studies are based off of white men.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going off of their body chemistry, their body anatomy, like all that stuff. So of course they're gonna read our stuff wrong. We're the farthest thing from a white man.
Right. We're not even included in these trials. They don't even think we're not even considered for the trials. We're not even considered.
What if I told you that the preference, like before we had modern medicine, right? They would hold black women's bodies, especially one in particular, if you know, you know, and run tests to see if medicine works on the body. They would look for reactions, especially for people who were, as close to unaliving as possible. And if you were a black woman, especially dark skin, they would see for your pain tolerance and to see if you're susceptible. And if it didn't work, they would make it stronger.
Yeah, we know that one. So awful.
We've been through so much.
Because we're not human to them.
Right. Not human. That's crazy.
Honestly, I don't know if you guys know I'm up here. I'm Cheyenne.
Hey, Cheyenne.
You remember me? Hey. How are you guys doing?
Excellent. Happy 26.
I'm doing all right. But I heard you guys talking about the medical stuff, and like I realized it's like where the doctors don't really care about you or listen to anything you're saying and kind of refuse to treat you. That's happened to both me and my mom.
Wow.
Like me a couple of times when I was a teenager. I feel like my doctor, she kind of wanted to, I guess experiment on me. But my mom was
Wow.
like, no, she's really sick. And eventually she just took me to a specialist. And he figured it out immediately. So I knew I could trust him. And then my primary care doctor, who wanted to test on me and wouldn't actually heal me, she was like, you need to choose between me or him. her or the doctor that actually found out what was wrong. And I was like, girl,
Oh gosh.
that's not really.
That's not very professional.
Right there. Yeah.
Well, I'm
That's
sorry
a
you had
lot.
to go through that. I'm glad you made it out though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's why what Wynn is going to be doing in the world is very important. Representation matters in
Yeah,
in
100%.
everything.
And to your point, Cheyenne,
all white doctors.
to your point, Cheyenne, as well as mental health, they also evaluate you as like likeliness to a white person as well. I mean, quite frankly, they would look at you and say, would a white person do this? If not, they'd be like, oh, it's not severe or moderate. They'll say you have it, but like say, I got diagnosed with schizophrenia at the age of 12. I've had a lot of people, I'm currently 21, turning 22 this summer. I've had a lot of people from then till now look at me and be like, you don't operate how a normal schizophrenic person would operate. And then I'd just be like, oh, well, do you want me to sit up here and be like, oh, I'll cut your limbs off and then just go and be sweet and medley? No, okay? Not everything's like a monolithic response, which in the medical field, it is very much going to be skewed into a monolithic kind of lens because they're going to look at you, they're going to eye you and say, well, normal patients won't have this problem, but for you, you're a special case. And if you're a special case, they'll look at you and continuously treat you like a moderate white woman or man would be treated as. And they'll be like, oh, I did the best I can do. And they'll be like, oh, we don't need that much operations done. So say if you're in chronic pain or you have any chronic illnesses and it's really bad, they're going to sit up here and have you wait until they deem it ready for you to sit up here and be operated on or to be checked on, because at that point in time, they're not looking at you as if you're in pain. They're looking at it as, you're putting on a show for us, and honestly, it's not even that entertaining. It's actually embarrassing, and I've seen it because there's people who gave birth literally in the waiting room of a hospital because they denied her of going into an operating room to sit up here and give birth. People literally bled at a doctor's appointment, like, trigger warning, but people did like have to go get checkups, especially during pregnancies where hospitals would turn them away when they're over here saying they're about to give birth, that they're in pain, they're experiencing cramps. And even then, I'm just sitting here looking at all these videos circulating, especially when it came to Tennessee and up north in Virginia. A lot of these cases does not sit well with me because I'm just like, if this was a white person, if this was a white elderly woman, you would give her the most attentive care possible, or a young white woman, you give her attentive care possible. But when it's someone you don't literally go outside and be like, yeah, we're skin siblings. No. That's why I chose to do anesthesiology really for the pain regulation and management when it comes to black individuals, because at the end of the day, I came from a upbringing of watching people around me who was, whether they were black men or black women, experience pain that was often neglected because they weren't white.
I'm coming. If you have pain, they definitely don't believe you. You're putting on and on.
But that's why I wanted to know everybody's plans, whether it's this year, next year, the year prior. But, because we're, as a community, we do love our faves. But I did want to open that door and be like, hey, everybody, let's check in. No,
I love it when.
That is amazing you're going into that field. That's really cool because we definitely need it.
And I've seen videos about, I think this guy became a radiologist or a cardiologist, and he graduated from Harvard, but got accepted into the hospital he wanted to go to. And I thought that was very much influential and inspirational. So when I get this degree and go into medical school and I pass the bar for it, I will be looking at him and his achievements and be like, you know what? We're going the right way. We're going the right direction.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. I've only known you for a short time, but you've become one of my favorites.
I be struggling. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I be trying real bad. Cause I'm not gonna hold y'all. I've said this on a live I held previously, like I want to say like 3-4 weeks ago, but I was really like vulnerable and open about what led up to like this healed version of me y'all see right now. I still had these aspirations. I was just in a hard space, a hard time really. But I was crashing out every single time I was on live, and when I say it came from like spaces with Rizzy, like that's the spaces I was on prior to Love Island. So, interesting.
You've gone far. You're healing. Healing is not linear. It's up and down. And we all have to take our healing journey in strides and do what's best for ourselves, and just make sure at the end of the day that we keep going. As long as we're all alive, it's a new day. We can keep fighting and we keep going.
Right.
And Charlie, I was always putting you up on the big screen when you was in your Tesla, your car, really.
Right?
I saw you with your white bob. I was like, okay, she give it a class.
I'm sorry, when because I'm quiet, you just gotta call my name to say something. That is so random out of nowhere. I am working. I cannot always be engaging. So stop calling my name and just saying some random shit just because you want to hear me talk. There. One time and just keep replaying that if you want to hear me talk. Because that was so random out of nowhere. It's literally out of left field. Like, why you even say that?
He just likes to be talked to. He likes to be talked to by Charlie.
People, okay?
Listen, as much as they say I'm illiterate and we got no jobs, I actually have a job, I'm working. And as much as I'm on here modding, blocking, all of these things, I actually work Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., right? So let me be quiet for a little bit and do the people at work. The work that pays me.
Right.
You're not in my time zone then, are you?
No, and stop trying to get my attention by calling my name.
I can't help it. Blame it on my ADHD.
Oh my gosh.
I have a 3-year-old. He says, mommy. He'll be sitting beside his dad, and his dad could give him whatever he wants, but he leaves and comes to me, mommy. So when, leave me alone and stop, mommy.
I can't help it.
Thank you.
I can't help
He needs
it.
attention.
I
Needs the attention.
I do that a lot, Charlie. I'm like, go ask your father. Like, you literally see me in this live.
No,
you can go ask your daddy.
I do to my mama too. So quite frankly, like when I do it to Charlie, I do it to Gigi. I do it like I'll be doing it to Lorena
So
too.
when is the second child?
I am actually the second oldest of 8. I think we keep forgetting.
That's wild.
Like, I think we forget. Like, I was the second born, so I have second born syndrome.
I am a firstborn. I don't understand the second born syndrome. I don't want to be. Just leave me out of it. Thank you.
I can't.
I don't got a second born because it's just the one and done better be. So
Not the better
One and done.
it better be because they sent this little 3-year-old. I'm 40, soon to be 41, and I was living my life peacefully until it. You know what? I was living my life peacefully until it. I mean, we tried. It didn't happen. So I was like, okay, fuck that. It's not gonna happen. Who the fuck cares? Now I'm living my life peacefully at 37 years old, and boom. Oh, you're pregnant.
Now the baby.
You're pregnant, and then you're pregnant, and then I'm like, okay, you know what? I've lived for 37 years. Maybe I can just not be selfish anymore. Okay, we're having a kid. Here comes the kid, the cutest kid in the world. People think he's a girl. He's the cutest kid, and then he started talking. Wait, he started walking first. He started walking first, and then he started talking. And now,
what's wrong with them talking?
now I'm at age 40. He can walk and talk and think for himself. Kids are born idiots. They are born as idiots, and then they have to learn to not be idiots, right? Now he's learned to not be an idiot. I know I gotta be debating with my fucking mirror because that's what he is. He's my mirror. He's my reflection. Every time I got a debate with this kid, I'm like, this is my kid.
Yep.
And he was sent to test me. I am 40 years old, almost 41, and I gotta be dealing with this shit, this testing, because him feel like him know everything.
He's teaching you patience.
But I was a patient person. The thing is, I was a patient person. No, I'm not patient. I told you to go do that, or sit right there, or let me change your diaper, and you don't.
He's teaching you persistence and perseverance.
But I didn't need to. I've been persistent. I am where I am because I already was like that, right? And the thing is, he's afraid of his dad. But he's wrong. I'm the one that he needs to be afraid of.
But in his mind, he's like, I'm not going to be afraid of my mother. I love her. I love her dad.
And you know what the next thing is? Other than testing me, he's all up on me. If he can't go to sleep with me, like he'll hug me, kiss me, whatever. All of the things, all the love, and I give him all the love. I take all the love, but he was sent here to test me.
You know, me and your son would get along.
Wait. He used to have this thing where he's a menace at home, but when he's at school or around other people, he's a decent little boy. Now they're telling me at school he's acting the same way at home. And it's one thing, okay, you're doing this shit at home, but don't go on these people's street and don't have no fucking home training. You get what I mean? At least he used to know how to act outside of the home, but now you bring this shit on the road. Now we got a serious problem.
Now it's a problem.
We got a serious problem. Because although he's a lot like me, I used to behave when I was not at home. Okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, why did you call my name and activate? Please, sorry. Let me go back on mute. Not activate.
You saw how I caught a stray?
That was,
What do you mean a stray? There was more than one.
I was trying to be cordial and be like, I caught a stray, but y'all right. She gave me the lethalist stray.
Y'all, thanks guys for letting me vent. Thanks for
You're totally fine, Carly. You can do it again.
Yeah, we love your
vent. Don't get me wrong. I love the kid. But fuck him kids. Oh. And the other day we were on Tina's live and she was talking about, her labor and whatever. We don't have to continue the human race. We're not that great of a species, so we don't actually need to continue.
Huh.
Yeah, we're the worst thing that's ever happened to this planet, to be honest.
It's so true. Honest to God, we really are.
Now, I would say this. I'm going to hold y'all hands when I say it.
Okay.
I don't think we are the worst.
What's been bad? What's been worse than us?
White men. White men.
We're still, I'm talking about
humanity. Human, I think.
Human.
They're still human, I think.
I wouldn't say
yes.
Yeah.
Of course it would be white people.
If we break it down.
No, I wasn't talking about race specifically. I was saying humanity.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, we can end humanity, but at the end of the day.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord!
At the end of the day.
God, I'm not with them. Can I stay a little longer?
No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this. Y'all think 50 cents was worse. 50 cent was worse. No. I'm gonna say this. If 50 Cent and who else was very much down? If 50 Cent and Kendrick had a child, it would be me. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's the type of time.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
See, and let me tell you something who I am. Now that, that's a good conversation starter.
I'm just empathetically,
I would be the daughter of Marie Antoinette and Harriet Tubman.
I could see that. I could.
Yeah.
I could see that. For me.
So they would be eating cake in the Underground Railroad?
And Kendrick would be my my father's. My mother's?
Oh yeah, let's wake that up.
Ooh. Y'all would not like my mother's at all.
Who would be your mom's?
I would say I would have three mothers. One would be Spice. The other would be Viola Davis. The third one, cause I need it real bad. Third one would be Angela Bassett.
Oh.
Those are good picks.
Yeah.
Cause I would like to be cordial with people, but I'd like to stand on business if needed, like real bad. I would like to be eloquent and very much intellectual. Even though I do have speech problems and I'm neurodivergent. Yeah, I could move past it, but best believe I would be reading people down while stuttering and over here feeling bad on my end, but y'all won't see it. I'll have my camera off while I'm over here crying while I'm eating people up. Like, you know what? That's why your dad should have swallowed you.
Oh no.
They'd be like, your mom should have swallowed you. No, your dad should have. I'm sorry. All power to the women.
Oh my gosh. Haley, I would love to unpack how you eat cake in the railroad. How do you eat cake in the railroad? Marie Antoinette and Harriet Tubman. So you'd let them eat cake in the railroad?
How do they equate with each other?
Yeah, like how what's that journey like?
Okay, so I've been obsessed with both of these women my whole entire life. Like, my father put up in my room the most historical black women, and I've always just stared at Harriet Tubman my whole life. Like, she's iconic. She's literally the first female general ever in this country. She has freed so many slaves. She's about her business. She'll pew pew you if you get in her way of the revolutionary freedom that she sought after. She's iconic. But when it comes to Marie Antoinette, the reason why I love her is because she got a bad stick in the game. She was ridiculed and defamed and caricatured. She was not that person. She was never going to be the reviled, smart woman that she actually was, because they did not trust her because she was Austrian in France. She was a teenager, and they did not like that she was a foreigner, so they just put the blame on her for the French Revolution for spending too much money. She never said let them eat cake. It was actually a Spanish princess from the 1400s who said that, ironically. And they told her she had to be French, she had to do this, she had to do that. She did that. She wore all the clothes. It was accustomed, and it was prevalent for a queen to spend all that money in France. And she did that. She did everything she wanted to do, but it's easy to scapegoat a woman because she's a woman instead of looking at the men. Men, you are the ones that are starting the war. Men, you are the one that made the rich rich people didn't have to pay taxes. How the heck are you even gonna live in a society where rich people don't pay taxes? 3, she really tried to be down with the people. Like, she really tried to give to the poor, and they stopped her. So they, I just feel like at the end of the day, she was a woman that was a product of her time and was scapegoated because of men's BS.
You know, and at that point, Haley, or Hallie, I said that.
No, Haley's right. You're right.
I was about to say, I'm sorry if I assumed. Because I'd be reading it, and I'm dyslexic, so it kind of read like Haley. Like,
no, you're totally fine. Go ahead.
Because I added an I into it. But at that point in time, I would have been like down with the niggas. Down with it. Respectfully. I would have. But, no, I'm down with the patriarchy, you know, crashing and burning real bad.
I agree. Like, I just don't like it when they do that. Like, a woman who has no power and no voice is going to be the reason why the country is failing. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Controversial opinion.
Go ahead.
I believe, and, you know, nothing wrong with Abrahamic religious folks and girlies in here. Encroaching that on kids at a young age is actually so detrimental that they are going to be the bullies of individual, especially men. Religious men are the worst archetype of men in schools that I've seen. They'll be quoting scriptures and passages to people, especially women and men who are straying away from the path of quote unquote God. I just look at people and I'd be like, do y'all go to church and just look at the next baby over and yell, shh, the Lord is talking to me? Because that's what I be getting when I be sitting in class on my campus, because I go to a HBCU, and it's funky enough for it to be a HBCU that we have the baseball team literally be full of people who are white adjacent or white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that needs to study. I think for the Black community, we need to understand that, and I hate to say this, right? Bear with me. The Bible we read is the same Bible that the white men read to slaves as a dumbed down version. And when I say that, I'm not saying it to bash the religion. I'm only saying it because I love my Black brothers and sisters. But I'm not going to be a hotep. I'm not a no-tep neither.
No, me either.
I will say, the strengths y'all have of quoting Leviticus, the strengths y'all have of pulling up Sodom and Gomorrah.
But also when we're also obsessed with the King James Bible, and do people understand that the King of England actually translated that Bible for everybody? Yeah. So we're following a Bible off of a white rich man.
Every version of the Bible that says King James Version, or I forgot what other king had a different version, but every single version that was beyond the Old Testament has always been realistically translated or redirected into a new derogative. And I blame the fall of Rome for why the scriptures and holy passages is the way it was, because the Romans was kind of
Yeah, I agree with that. And also burning of the Library of Alexandria. I'll never forgive that. I'll never get over that. I'm still pissed off, and I think about it like from time to time, and I'm still upset.
And hear me out, right? And I love the Black community down. I do. However, why are we quoting scriptures, the same kind of scriptures our oppressors would quote before they start unaliving us to other Black folks, to try and get them to correct their wrongs? I've seen it. I've literally witnessed it, where people will be quoting scriptures from the Holy Bible, and they're like, "Oh, these are words to live by." And I know you're gonna eat me up in the comments, so I'm gonna clear my display before I say this next part. And Marja,
Yeah.
I love you too, Freya.
Yeah. What's good?
The Bible is a book of stories, and people following it religiously scares me the most. I know I'm schizophrenic, but people quoting scriptures to me from a book of stories, that scares me more than racists. I'm sorry. That scares me more than racists. And the only reason I say that is I know racists' intentions. I know where they are, and I steer clear of them.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a religious nut and you sit up here and quote scriptures, I will never know if you're doing it with benevolence or maliciousness. And I will always look at you as a backstabber to me, and it's only because religious trauma is real. It's real. It's bad. And from a book of stories,
that's valid.
Yeah, and because it's a book of stories, and to me, it is a book of stories because in the Bible, it's telling you of tales of heroic quests and people going on, Exodus when Moses was exiled. Like, a lot of people forget these are also passages about other people. Like, it might as well be a autobiography of y'all's religious saints, right?
Right.
But y'all are using a grimoire full of stories to bash other religions.
Yep.
I must say that I did a really extensive research on the King James Bible and came to find out that every Bible was basically a letter to the constituents of the kingdom of how they were expected to engage with the king and his beliefs. And prior to King James Version, prior to King James Version, a woman reigned that region and it was her version of the Bible. And so, but another step that King James did was he had a lot of iterations done. He had poetry added. He had different languages transcribed. And not only was the writer, the actual person that wrote the words for the King James Bible, what we would now call black, he was murdered as soon as he was finished. And I agree that it's used in a way to suppress, pervert, and control certain types of people. And my biggest pushback on the King James Version of the Bible and how it's used today is that it says feet of bronze, hair of wool, and then every picture is not that. But then when you bring it up, you're the problem and it's not a lie. I don't know. I'm kind of split on all of that. I'm like, how, because lying, you shouldn't have to lie to me about the creator's son. Like, what? And now it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So there are lots of pitfalls in dogma religion. And my prayer and hope is that every one of us finds a way back to the universal creator that image and likeness we're in, or who breathed life into us and keeps the shit spinning. Like, I hope we all find a path to that, you know?
Hear me out.
Oh, totally agree.
And I know it's widely accepted in the black community. I love this for us, I do. Because it's a pushback on white people.
Yeah.
But for those of the the minority of black people who still believe God is white, I'm gonna hold your hand.
No, I
With
hate that.
10 towels, with 10 towels in between my fingertips when I say this. Not one, not five. I'm gonna hold your hand with 10 towels between. When I say that man is his son is Ethiopian. Mm-hmm. There is no white Ethiopian that has bronze skin. We need to let it go.
Thank you. It drives me nuts.
Especially with the way they were describing him.
And it was burnt bronze, by the way. So that's very distinctive. It was burnt bronze. That's not even like...
Yeah. Exactly.
That's not even nowhere near a light skin. So that,
I'm gonna hold y'all's hands when I say this, but if y'all also are, what is the word? What is the word where you're not religious?
Atheist.
Atheist or agnostic, right? Scientifically, and if you don't believe in science, I don't know what to tell you. You better not be a flat earth believer.
Gosh.
Modern science found that all of civilization began in Africa.
That's right.
Yeah.
And all black women have the what gene?
Mitochondrial.
So I just want to hold y'all's hands when I say this. Black people with the blueprint.
We already know that. It's them. It's them.
But I know black people know this, but the religious nuts that be believing God is white needs to know this.
Let me tell you something that turned me totally off the church. I was at church camp, and this minister had the audacity to say that I shouldn't believe in evolution and the dinosaurs and all that BS. And I said, "Are you out of your effing mind?"
Now,
are you serious?
Most people that go to church are worshiping the pastor and the leader of the church. And
yeah.
I literally was like, I'm out of here. I couldn't believe that. I was like, nah, I love me some dinosaurs and science. You lost me. I'm out.
So I'm gonna also say this to Charlie's point. I'm gonna also say this, right? Because Charlie did have a point. When people look at me and say God is a benevolent God, I'm gonna have to hold y'all hands when I say this. No, he wasn't.
But also, when in the panel and everybody listening, I really am going to say this, and I've always had this thought, even as a child. I said, if if the devil is against God and came down as an angel, why is he punishing people in his realm? Why is hell even a thing? Why would he punish people that go against God? That doesn't make any sense if he don't like God.
You know, I
Just saying.
I mean, since I opened up the topic, right, about religion, I do want to say
Sorry.
that a lot of people finding discrepancies with the Bible scare me because the male worship and thinking God is a man scares me the most.
Yes, Win. Thank you.
I feel like they themselves, either if they were a woman or a non-gender conforming entity, would not be a man. Because what do you mean you made Eve from Adam's rib cage, put it into the soil, and let it grow?
But then she's the person, but then she's the one that gives life from her womb. Okay.
So, you know, you know, we don't endorse.
When they were writing the Bible, they thought this was the smartest thing in the world. That's the funniest thing about it. They were cooking. They were there writing. They were like, "Oh, we cooking."
No,
it's really gonna get them.
Because hear me out. When y'all go to church and y'all make offerings, right? Whether it be financial offerings or passive offerings, right? I don't know about y'all's churches, but before I stopped going to a church I used to go to, it would have these two things you would collect after you give your offerings. I don't know about you, but eating flesh and blood of Jesus Christ was not it.
That's very cultish and ritualistic. And then they turn around and tell me that I'm bad because I read a tarot card every once in a while, but I just ate flesh and drank blood.
That's my next point. So when it comes to Abrahamic religion, I've seen it a lot where they would do cult-like mentality, but when it comes to hoodoo or it's really I think it's Vodun is how it's really pronounced, Vodun. Santeria and Candomblé, when it was these are syncretists kind of like religious practices or cultural practices when they were coming from chattel slavery from Africa. So if you were in let's say Portugal, it'd be like Candomblé, which is a mix of Portuguese and African practices. Santeria was one of those that was in Latin countries, and there's Christianity and voodoo really that people like to dog on, but that's also like a mix between French and English kind of like practices, along with an African spiritualistic kind of take. And a lot of people dog on that and be like, oh, that's dark magic. But you're eating the blood and flesh of Christ.
Right.
From a grimoire that tells you to not judge your neighbor.
And everyone, we're doing these combos, and I'm proud of all of us.
Right on.
And
yeah, this was deep.
And I know a lot of people are turned off about this conversation, and they can be. But at the end of the day, I just believe in my philosophy in life is consent. Do everything with consensual. Do everything your kindergarten teacher taught you, and just be a good human being and leave the earth better than you found it.
Right.
Yeah. Just basic. That's just my basic. I mean, I can go deeper, but that's just my basic.
Yep, that in the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and hopefully you're not into BDSM.
And if you are, make sure you consent to it.
Exactly. I've had people try reading my spiritual, tarot, unconsensually, and it was so weird. And I'm so glad I was beloved by my ancestors.
Who did that?
Oh, people I left out of spaces because honestly, they were like, in the moment when they did read it and I gave consent, Like, I would get these feelings from, like, I'm not Abrahamic religious or spiritual in that kind of sense, but I'm ancestrally spiritual inclined, if that makes sense. I'm a spiritual person. But I had that inkling feeling, like, when you're not supposed to let it happen or let yourself be exposed to something like that, you would get that feeling of, let me not do this because this isn't what I should be doing. I got that one too many times from individuals doing tarot, that the only people I would let do my tarot is my cousin and my mom. And it's only because I would be having terror in my sleep because my ancestors would sit up here and teach me life lessons while I'm closing my eyes and dreaming. And I'd just sit there and just be like, damn, I gotta take it. Because I shouldn't have let them read my tarot. I shouldn't have let that happen. So now I'm over here learning it in my bed, sleeping.
I know, I need to learn tarot.
So I grew up in the church. When I tell you I grew up in the church, we would go into church every Sunday. Sunday school first, and then, church service, all that shit. I even was like, in Sunday school, I was like the girl of the year, because every Sunday I knew my verses, I participated, everything. I knew everything, whatever. And then I got older, and I just believe in the universe. I do not go to church. I don't worship. I don't follow a religion right now. But the other day, so my mom was here with me for a while, and she had diabetes. And I remember, she's here, like, you guys remember earlier I said I go into work like once every 6 weeks. So I remember I went into work, and so she's here by herself, and like, I was doing her immigration paperwork, that's why she was staying with me. And then I'm back working from home, and then she comes to me, I need to go to the doctor. I need to go to the hospital because I'm feeling weak. Now, this woman was feeling weak from before, when I was in office and she was here by herself. And days passed and she never said anything to me, right?
Yeah.
So now I have to take her, I have to log out on my work computer and take her to the hospital because she stopped taking her medication for diabetes. And one of her things, and she never said shit to me, right? So when you go to the hospital for a count, like, it's supposed to be like in between whatever range, and it's in the fucking 400s and whatever. It's crazy, whatever. Fast forward, I'm in the car one time with her, because I'm like, I said, why did you stop taking the medication? Oh, I was following this thing, somebody on Facebook, and a bunch of fuckery on my ears. So I said to her, all right, so I'm in the car with her now at a different time, and I said to her, okay, so when you have diabetes, your mom actually died because years ago because of that, after losing a leg.
Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Uh-oh.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So I say, when you decide to stop taking your medication, what are you doing? I'm just a prayer to God. So I'm say, so you've been praying to God when you were taking the medication, you're fine, but you stop, and then you're not fine. So you've been praying to God. That is your solution now, to just pray to God. And all of these years that you've prayed to God and the things that you want, they're not happening. And unless you take action, right? How is that working for you? She started getting upset at me. I'm like, okay, I get it. You can pray to your God, but you have to take some action. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to take some action. But anyways, if it's her life and if that's how she want to live it, I'm not living my life that way. So, everybody to each your own. If you want to believe this, that's your prerogative. If you want to follow this book,
guys.
that's your prerogative.
That's weird.
If you want to follow the grimoire.
Yeah, right. It's all y'all prerogative. Yeah. My thing is that nobody just don't try to force anything on me.
Right.
Exactly. Same.
And that's my thing. Like, for me, I steered away from it because of the massive unalivings and destructions, the individual unalivings and destructions, the way people yes, the way people glorified the 7 bowls of the 7 trumpets of God's wrath in the book of Revelations. I was like, oh, y'all are weird. Y'all are real weird. Like, I would never forget it. I was sitting in my class when I went to this. They had me take Intro to Biblical Studies freshman year, and I was always fascinated with why people like quoting Leviticus, right? So while I'm over here, glancing, perusing the Bible, I found the Great Flood of Genesis, Sodom and Gomorrah of Genesis 19, which was obliterated by fire and brimstone from heaven due to their residents' grave immorality. Mind you, a lot of people forgot Sodom and Gomorrah happened, and a lot of people like to blame Sodom and Gomorrah on homosexuality when all it was P3DOs. I hate to break it to you, but when God, quote unquote, had this epiphany for his soldiers, especially Job, to sit up here and go, Lot, to sit up here and go to the city and find people.
But I don't know that those are $5.
Huh?
Keep on just someone's background noise.
Oh, I was talking to Son. He's on his way to the store.
When it was, I'm pretty sure Job and Lot was going to Sodom, the city, to look for new heralds to, spread the word of God. What he found instead was grown men laying with kids.
And they still are. And they still are and call themselves a preacher and be telling me I'm a sinner.
Call themselves a president as well.
Exactly. So when we look at that, and they'll be so quick to be like, man shall not lay with man. It's actually man shall not lay with child. And instead of taking Sodom and Gomorrah to mean making things pure between parent and child or adult and children, they went straight for same-sex relations, which is a fight they also know well true. But we have the 10 plagues of Egypt.
Yeah.
The unaliving up the firstborn of every Egyptian, that was the plague of Exodus.
Yeah.
Drowning of Pharaoh's army, Exodus. Annihilation of nations. That was Numbers 21, Deuteronomy 20, 1 Samuel 15-3. Then there was notable individual smitings, which was Lot's wife.
Because she turned back.
19:26.
She looked back.
And Onan. Genesis 38, which and Onan, God unalived for being wicked. Specifics was not given, mind you. And later unalived his brother Onan for refusing to impregnate Er's widow by spilling his seeds on the ground in Genesis.
Yeah, it basically means he nutted on her stomach.
Azah was struck unalived instantly for touching the Ark of the Covenant to study it. When the oxen pulled it, stumbled. 2 Samuel 6. Nadab and I'm not going to pronounce that, sons of Aaron, were consumed by fire from God for offering unauthorized fire in the tabernacle. Leviticus 10, mind you. Anais and Sapphira. In the New Testament, this couple fell unalived after lying to the Holy Spirit about the proceeds from a land sale. Acts 5.
Not to interrupt you, but what I want to know is why isn't these things happening to these wicked people now, like the orange? Why is it like, why in the present day him not being fucking struck down while he's walking on the plane? Why?
Because Charlie,
did God get lazy?
I don't know, because I'm going to hold y'all hands when I say this next one, because this next one blew me, right? Acts 12:23. Herod Agrippa, an angel of the Lord struck him down, and he was eaten by worms, quote unquote, for accepting divine worship.
What's divine worship? What exactly did he accept that was so bad that he had to get eaten by worms? What?
So when it gets worse, it really does.
Well, I need these things to be happening now.
Right?
I do
Like,
too,
can we?
especially this next one. Y'all ready? This
Does
next
whoever
one
wrote that know where
is
1200 Pennsylvania is?
this next one, I'ma say, is why I don't think he's a benevolent God, but a jealous and malevolent one. And I'm gonna hold your hands when I say this. Harsh commands and punishments that God has enacted on civilizations. The 42 Boys and the Bears. After a group of youths that mocked the prophet Elisha's baldness, he cursed them and sent 2 she-bears to maul 42 of them. 2 Kings 2:23 to 24.
No way.
The golden calf unaliving.
Just
Exodus
egotistical. Can't handle a little joke.
Moses, under divine mandate, when he was on Mount Sinai,
Yeah.
ordered the Levites to unalive 3,000 Israelites who had participated in idolatry.
So they watched the Golden Globes and got smited?
No, the golden calf. Instead of making offerings,
I was
to
being
the Lord
cheeky.
above.
I was being cheeky.
Oh, I was like, oh. David and Bathsheba's infant. As a punishment for David's adultery and the unaliving of Uriah, God struck his newborn son with a fatal illness. 2 Samuel 12.
When I know what's happening. So back to my mom again, because it's gonna relate to every fucking thing. So I'm the oldest, right, of 3. Mm-hmm. I used to get the whoopings for nothing,
because you should know better. You're old enough.
Feel upset, I get a whooping. Now my sister, the third of us, right, the last one, by the time she used to get her whoopings, because she was actually a bad child, my mother is tired. Like, she's tired. She don't have the energy to go whoop her for the actual bad things that she would whoop me for that I didn't do or that wasn't bad. She just have all the energy and perceive it to be bad, right? And I legit wasn't a bad child. But this was early in the days, so God had all the energy. Now he just tired. Tired.
No, so that
he don't got the energy to like smite the orange one and other fuck ass people.
No, so Charlie, it also comes into, which I find funny, right? Because this is a book of stories. It's a grimoire that people follow religiously, right? Severe penalties for law breaking. Old Testament laws prescribed execution, often by stoning.
Stoning.
For acts such as working on the Sabbath, cursing parents, or blasphemy. Exodus 31:14, Leviticus 21:15, 24:16. Visions of future wraths, which I'm gonna get into after I open the floor of divulging about the severe penalties and what I'm about to say. Prophetic and apocalyptic books like Revelations and Hosea, which is for the Irish people of y'all down, contain gruesome imagery of God's final judgment, including plagues, cosmic battles, descriptions of enemies being dashed to pieces or ripped open. Hosea 13:16, Revelation 19.
That's deep. You know, one thing I also noticed about the Bible, is that it doesn't have a lot of protections for kids. I mean, they were literally slicing babies in half to solve arguments and shit. And so that's part of.
It does get wrong. It does. In the biblical books. Oh, and to preface this before I get into all the wraths, right? Because now we're going into the wrath of God. God never initially gave a description of angels, but he did of demons. So when people depict angels as a humanoid being, I look at them and say, oh, baby, you've been talking to demons, huh? And they always look at me befuddled.
What did they describe demons as? Look, I walked through the Bible.
Something to lure you in, to make you susceptible. who else to do it than a humanoid figure to lure you into false depravity, into find temptation, right? Because there's the seven unalively sins, right?
Yeah.
When you think of lust and temptation, you'll think of a beautiful man touched by God.
Or a beautiful woman in a red dress in the Matrix.
When I think of angels, I think of eyeballs with wings or like, contraptions. I would never think of a person that looks like me.
Or like a cherub.
Yeah. Or some, like, I would look at them as a seraphim. I would not look at them and be like, oh yeah, another human. Because then I'm gonna look at them and be like, oh, I'm seeing spirits. Nothing wrong with seeing spirits. But when you start looking,
oh my God! It just hit me. That's why it's a familiar spirit. That's what the humanoid part of the humanoid aspect of it, yes, makes it familiar to us. Okay.
And so when people attach the ideology of angels being humanoid, it then gives, and I hate to say it, gives room for demons to impersonate them as much as they can. So when I look and I be like, oh yeah, what do you think an angel would look like? And I should have asked that question before, I gave y'all the answer to it. Angels are not humanoid beings. They aren't. I hate to break it to you. Archangels, however, I believe their seraphim is close to being humanoid as possible, but still not humanoid. They are not humans. No can do, Boogie. Like, if y'all gonna sit up here, y'all gonna give them like a entity. I would say they are abnormal abstractions. That's as close to angelicism as you can get.
So, do you think that the plasma balls? Have you seen those plasma things that are places sometimes? Is that more angelic than the things with wings? Probably.
I would say yes and no. Because I think it was you, Larger, that was like more of a fae aspect to
Right.
Life.
Right.
I would say even the most trickiest of spirits would use plasma as well. I would say if you feel scared and unnerved, because you want it with demons, which sucks to say it, because you would have to have that spiritual sense to be like, I'm scared of demons, but because they're made to, entice you and have you fall under depravity, lust, temptation, fear, or kind of like any kind of emotional distraught. The one thing you will get when you're in the presence of a very quote-unquote angelical being is fear. Very much guttural. You don't want to look their way. If you look their way, your soul would not only escape your body, but would not be recovered. I think of looking at an angelical being, it's, I can't comprehend, let alone understand the complexity of what I'm staring at.
Wow.
I am scared. Like, I would say the closest being to angelicism would be a seraphim and a kraken mixed together, or even like, if you go towards Norse mythology, or even, what are those people who believe in Cthulhu? Because that's as close as humanoid as possible.
Okay, Win, now you're talking my language. Okay. So, the Kraken. What are your thoughts on this Leviathan?
I feel like Leviathan is an entity that brings wraths to people who provoke it, but it's justified. If you don't go in the water, you're perfectly safe. Hear me out. I don't believe black people are supposed to be in deep water. I believe black people should be in water nonetheless because our hair thrives in it. However, I don't believe if we're like on a boat, we're supposed to be out that far. There's only but so much we can do with water as possible, which is why when we swim as far as we can and we feel like we can't go too far, it's an ancestral thing. It's a inherent thing to not swim as far, but stay as comfortable as possible.
Right. Yeah, because the Leviathan has been.
But when we go into like, the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, and you're over here on cruise ships, and you get that homesickness, it's because you're not supposed to be there.
Right. So the Leviathan thing, if they're okay, so the whole thing that's happening over in they say that's the eye, and I don't know, they're trying to somehow get control or render enough chaos to get more control because you can't really control it. And if I'm not mistaken, there were several, and even the creator was only handled one and put the rest to sleep from what I have heard. Do you know anything else about that?
I only know, even with the one that he was able to handle, it wasn't fully handled. It was more so, it was but so much I could do to teach him. I'm letting him go.
Oh.
But for the other ones, because we only explored, I want to say 3% of the Earth's ocean.
Right. Before we turned around and went to space.
Why did you think NASA stopped going? Realistically, if we think about it, and I'm holding everyone's hands as quick as possible before I let go, because I know I'm going to lose a lot of people. The Grand Canyon was once underwater, and it was the deepest trench. You cannot prove me wrong. The Grand Canyon
was the bottom of the proverbial water source.
It was a seabed. It really was, if you think about it. It was a seabed. It was a trench, to be honest. Like, if you think about it, because Pangea is a thing.
For real.
That was definitely a trench. And we never would have guessed it. Never.
Well, even California was a lake
gaps
before.
In Africa now, like a entire crack.
Oh, how they say the new sea is forming in Africa?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I digress, because honestly, and this goes back to, religious text, right? My biggest vice with Abrahamic religion, right? And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It was to conflict African tribalism and African spirituality and practices.
Right.
Only because European people needed something to believe in and needed something to feel empowered and feel superior to. So they created and indoctrinated people into Abrahamic religions.
Well, in the Abrahamic religions were also a tool of colonization and imperialism because the missionaries always got there first.
Exactly, hands down. We had conquistadors, we had colonizers. Ooh.
Yeah. So it's a deep. It's a DVT practically. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say the black people will be better if they leave the Bible behind, I wouldn't force them to get rid of it. I'm just offering that olive branch out.
Right.
Only because it's caused more harm than good.
I agree. At this point, with the legacy building and generational wealth planning that I do with people, it's literally about diversification to maximize your accumulation, right? And to get the maximum advantage of whatever it is that you're investing or whatever it is, however soon you want to reach that goal, right? So even with our spirituality, at this point, with as much as we know, and the bottom, the very first thing is the color of Jesus, okay? That's like, that's the very easiest, simplest thing to show you.
They ain't say pale as snow. They ain't say no dainty,
right,
fair skin. No, burnt bronze.
Right. So the most juvenile, elementary, entry level to perhaps you should entertain another thought is that lie, because that lie alone taints your entire experience if you're going to participate.
Hair of wool. But
So in the diversification, it's up to us on our journeys, though. I'm not saying go go be a Buddhist, go be a Catholic, go do anything except explore things that make you tap into your best self, that make you tap into the things that's going to make you do action, like Charlie said, because faith is an action word. It's beyond prayer. It's beyond just belief. You have a part to do in any religion or spirituality vein that's going to push you and hold you and get you to entertain that part of yourself. I think is part of the journey more than dogma, which we choose to get caught up in because it's been indoctrinated to us, and loyalty and family, and that's what we grew up with, and that's what we know, and everybody in our town and everybody in our neighborhood, and know what would the neighbors think, but how are you living? And part of my other thing with the whole religion thing is, I was just talking to my mom about this, was that I don't even really think it's the right name if it was translated, right? Because if there were no J's, for real, if there wasn't a J, then how did we get to a white Jesus of all things?
I would say they translated it from either the Quran or the Torah. I'm pretty sure the Quran is older than the Torah, but I could be wrong. But one came before the other.
Because I know Hebrew doesn't have a J, right?
At all. I'm pretty sure Hebrew has Yahweh.
Correct. So part of my thing for Black people specifically is, you even brought up how it was kind of like put on us to separate us from something that was natural and inherent to us in our land, right? And now we have this indoctrination happening from these missionaries who really just want our resources and our women's wombs, and the rest is going to be, free labor, right? So the way that they're doing it now, though, is people have the opportunity to tap in or tap out. Thanks for coming through, Haley. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are scared. I was really scared at first to question, because I was like, oh my God, am I being blasphemous? Oh my God. I was like waiting for like lightning, I was like, oh my God,
I was scared too, because I would be saying, and hear me out, right? I'd be the first to be like, strike me down if I'm wrong. But like right now, I'm about to read the wrath in the book of Hosea and Revelations, because even then, God was not benevolent, but was a malevolent being. And a lot of people would like to sit up here and glorify and justify those actions. But hear me out, and I'm going to hold your hand with this, right? Bye, Haley. Divine wrath in Hosea was focused in northern kingdom of Israel, often called Ephraim, for its persistent idolatry and broken covenant. Violent animal imageries. God described himself as a lion that will tear them to pieces, a leopard lurking by the path, and a bear robbed of her cubs that will rip them open. Hosea 5:14, 13, 7, 8. The siege of Samaria contains of the Bible's most graphic imagery, prophesying that the people will fall by the sword, their little ones will be dashed to pieces, and pregnant women will be ripped open. Again, same book. These are all in the same book of Hosea, by the way. Ecological and social ruin. God vows to dry up their land, causing beasts, birds, and fish to perish, and cause their harvest to fail as a whirlwind of destruction. Exile and rejection. God declares he will no longer have mercy on Israel and will forget their children, eventually driving them into exile in Assyria, which is described as a return to Egyptian-like slavery. Let me know if y'all ready for me to walk into the book of Revelation.
Uh-oh. I don't think I'm ready for revs.
You ready? Y'all ready for the book of Revelations? Because, if y'all think about it, Kirk Franklin said it best. Book of Revelations.
Bull kick a cherry. There's a stupid new commercial that says, bull kick a cherry. And they think it's going to make me want a soda.
Nah, I'll be over here looking at Kirk Franklin and be like, you really want a revolution, huh?
Oh my God.
Details the great day of his wrath, a series of escalating judgments intended to destroy wickedness and kingdom of the Antichrist.
Ooh.
Book of Revelation. The 7 seals, these include global war, mass famine, and a plague that unalives 1/4 of the Earth's population, which was Revelation 6. The 7 trumpets, these bring intensified ecological destruction. 1/3 of the Earth's trees and all green grass are burned. 1/3 of the sea turns to blood, unaliving 1/3 of sea life. Demonic locusts are released to torture people for 5 months with stings like scorpions. In Revelation 9, 4 angels are released to unalive 1/3 of all mankind. The 7 bowls or vials of wrath.
Okay.
These are the
So the 4 angels. I've heard tell on level 8, that's my conspiracy theory level that I visit. Because there's level to conspiracies, right? Excuse me, sorry, wait a minute. And on level 8, sorry. On level 8, we totally entertain that. Okay? Yes, level 8 is for people who are no longer afraid.
I will say I am no longer afraid. I haven't been for years, but I've been called an atheist, a heretic, and I look at them and I be like, this next one is why I look at them that way. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
The 7 bowls, aka vials of wrath. These are the final and most severe plagues. The first bowl is a foul and painful sores on those with the mark of the beast. Second and third, all oceans and rivers turn to blood. Eat every living thing in the sea unalives. Fourth and fifth, the sun scorches people with fire, followed by total darkness and extreme pain. Seventh bowl is, and I'm so glad they skipped the 6th. The 6th was diabolical. But the greatest earthquake in human history levels cities accompanied by 100-pound hailstones.
Uh-oh.
Book of Revelations.
Bull right? Kick a cherry.
Then we have
Bull kick a cherry.
Yeah. The winepress of God's fury. The wicked are described as being crushed in a great winepress, resulting in a river of blood as high as the horse's bridle for 200 miles. The lake of fire. The final expression of wrath where the devil, the beast, and all whose names are not in the book of life are thrown into eternal torment. So yeah. Trying to figure out how there's any defense biblically for a benevolence of God's justice and mercy.
That is a lot of 187.
God is merciful. God also watched chattel slavery happen. And slavery in Africa was not the same as slavery in America.
Yeah.
Let's also get that out the way, because I know a lot of people who are very much religious will be like, Africa shouldn't have sold us. No, they thought you were gonna pay your dues and come back. No, because what they do in Africa is, if you owe somebody, you'll go into slavery, which is just working till you pay back what you owe. And we You pay back with what you owe, you are free. When you're in
Right.
America,
And
you
that
are
explains
unalived, you are eaten. Your hair is put into cushions and furnitures. Your skin will be looking like dried grapes from trees, trigger warning. And there is no way in God's green earth that happened in Africa. And you can't tell me it did. They had tribal wars, yes, but at the same time, they weren't actively going out to scout individuals who did not look like them and ring them from trees.
well, that would fit with the whole how America started off penal colonies for other countries. And this was where they sent, like, like if you had just done a 187 in England, they would be like, I'm sending you to America. And if you were like a full on harlot, they were like, I'm sending you to America. Any little crime, they were sending you to America, to the penal colonies. So, yeah. And that was for everybody.
And I will always never let Americans live this down. Like, even my family members, they'll be like, there's nothing wrong with our religion. And I look at them and say, we were the catalyst for it, and I hate to say it, right? I hate to say it, especially with political climates of today. But we were the catalyst for World War I and II.
Because they wanted to get us and keep us?
Not that. I would say Germany did, well, schmatzy Germany, right? Had their blueprint from slavery. Is that what I said? So the Holocaust and how damaging it was, well, Schmolocaust and how damaging it was by proxy because of an inspiration from slavery that America had.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I just want everyone to notice that in a manifesto, and people who were alive at the time that I learned this out, I literally watched a whole Schmolocaust documentary where they allowed someone who was a schmatzi to speak out and say, yes, we were indoctrinated, but at the same time we were following inspirations our leader got from America. So, let's never when people say let's make America great again, I will always think back to when I saw that documentary of where people sat up here in broad daylight and said that as they were generals and the schmatzy war generals were saying that their Fuhrer got their inspiration from America, and slavery was the blueprint, and Jim Crow was the product. They wanted to implement that because it was successful.
Right. Now, I don't know. I've heard a lot about, have you ever heard about Willie Lynch letters? Are we allowed to say that?
Yes, I heard about that. I don't know if TikTok would love us to dive into that.
Right.
But yes.
I hope you guys caught that. I'm not going to repeat it. I hope you guys caught that. Yeah. Or the ISIS papers by Cress Wessling, Dr. Cress.
Yes, and you remember the Red Scare?
No.
So it was during, I want to say no, it wasn't. It was during the mass hysteria. Who was the man? It wasn't Reagan. It was during Puritanism and espionage. The Espionage Act came into place. That also gave room for people abroad to look at America, already condemning black folks, already condemning marginalized communities, to start ethnic cleansings as well, to start formulating spaces of clearing out people, because we had McCarthyism. There we go.
Oh, McCarthyism.
I think his name was James McCarthy.
Uh-huh.
But during that time, that focal time point, he was the inspiration for everyone globally that had a sliver of power and said, yeah, I'm going to go on a crusade because I don't like these individuals, and I'm gonna go and persecute them. The USA be giving people the biggest blueprints and don't want their big name on it. Like, that's what scares me the most.
I'm gonna say this before I drop down. How dare you be criticizing the ruling country of the world, who needs to wipe their ass in their own country before they try to wipe other countries off, clean other countries, and tell other countries how they should run, but can't manage the shit that's happening in this country, or are the cause of the shit that's happening in this country.
That part.
Anyways, I gotta drop down.
Thanks for coming, Charlie.
We want to be the world leaders, and we must dictate what must happen to the other countries, the rest of the world.
We dropped out of NATO and the UN, last I heard, and the World Health Organization. So
was that? I feel like that was also I'm not included in that. So they could show their ass.
God is not smiting down. All right, I'm dropping. Sorry.
No, because that's the funniest thing I've ever heard too, Charlie. Like, but no, because I also have to go coach children as well. I am like 32 minutes late.
I appreciate you coming up, everybody. Thanks for hanging out today. That was awesome talks. Thanks for coming to and fro. And I hope you have a most excellent evening. And I like that we got to talk about everything. It was a very robust conversation, and you know I love robust. Like my coffee.
As well, and I love that we were able to have we started out strong with nicolandria, then we talked about beautiful everyday life, our ambitions moving forward. Afterwards, we touched into our beliefs and our takes on religious conversations.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It was most excellent.
Ups, we had our downs. We had moments of, scary confrontations. But at the end of the day, we overcame it.
For sure. And that's the gardener. Sorry. But you guys, everybody be excellent.
You're like whistling in the background, talk about some. But that's my alarm. That's my security system.
All right now. Okay, you guys, thanks for coming through. And look, we got to 165,000 likes. That is excellent. You guys did great. Thanks. I hope you don't have any thumbs on your blisters or fingers. Over little old me. And thanks for coming through. See you in the next live. Until then, know you can be everything that you put your mind to. Okay? It might take a little work, so get to it. See you in the next video. Peace. Oh, yeah. And follow me over on the LRGA Curves over in the YouTubes. Okay. Bye-bye. Peace.
Remember when I said this was going to be the start to a long career in Hollywood?
Okay, YouTube. Thanks for coming through. Let me flip this real quick. Hi. Thanks for coming through. That was a very robust conversation. We were kind of live all day. We did a lot of different things. I had a free one for us. And it was so much going on with our girl in Paris. And, and Nick doing his Nick Van's DJ, Freako Nico on the ones and twos. Okay. What else did we talk about? We talked about everything, literally everything, through the religion and the spirituality. Okay. So I hope that was a very good, robust conversation for you the way that I like it. Good night, friends. Catherine, thanks for coming through. It's been a minute. Thank you. And Devonda, I am so appreciative of your presence always. Navi, thanks for hanging in there. Mamere, love you. And anybody else on the ones and twos? Ian, thanks for coming. Kina. Yeah. So I will see you guys in these YouTube streets. Make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, ring the bell on your way in or out. See you in the next video. Peace.